All right, looks like we're live. So, welcome to this stream for everybody that's watching this after. I'm gonna let people join in the chat to see how many people are currently in here. But in this stream, what I'm gonna do here is just continue on with the Cotos.dev project. We're just gonna go ahead and pick up where I left off last time. The last stream, I had Francesco from Daily.dev helping me build this, and Tadas from Agora. So this stream, I'm going to add on Praveen, who's a good friend of mine that's also going to kind of help entertain here and just be in the stream with me. But yeah, we're just going to continue building. So I haven't touched the project since then. I'm not sure how many of you know about that, but essentially the application is a not really like a social network, but some kind of platform for developer advocates to connect with companies and other developer advocates. So in the last stream, all we did was build out some kind of API here. So if I go through the code, we just built out our database using Django as a backend. And I just started piecing things together. And we literally did this live where I started putting everything together. So I'm picking up from there. Like I said, it's not really going to be an easy one to follow if you haven't followed the last one. But I'm just doing some live coding and having some fun here. So where I left off last time was essentially building out these database models, but we still don't have a design for the site just because we weren't able to even get to that point. We were literally brainstorming live. That was the whole point of the stream, was to show people how to do everything from scratch. And see people in the chat troll me already. That's my brother right there. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and continue from there and actually get that layout. So for people to actually understand what the site is, they can actually visualize it, and then we'll eventually start coding the front end and so on. But today, I think I'm just going to go into Figma, design the site, and then we'll continue on with the API and the database models. So I'm actually at my new place right now. I don't know if you can try to expand this background. I have a really weird setup here where this mic might actually fall at some point because it's hanging on by like half an inch right there. And I have this new desk. So I haven't bought a desk yet. So I have to still take care of that. So this thing might fall during the stream at some point. I literally just got set up yesterday, got my internet ready. So yeah, we'll just see how this goes. And you might see a rabbit in the back end. It's a little bunny right here that's chilling with me. So yeah, anyways, that's the introductions. Let's go ahead and get into it. And I'm actually going to bring on Praveen. So again, he's just going to be here to help entertain, answer questions, and so on, because live coding is a lot easier when you have somebody with you here. So Praveen, you are now in the stream, and let's just make sure the audio is all good. You can hear everything.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. So
hello, everyone.
So Praveen, you actually just got a job recently, right? You
want
to maybe start off by telling us a little bit about that while I'm setting up my screen here?
Yeah, sure. So recently I got a job at Amsterdam as a full stack developer. So currently this is basically a remote job right now. We are having a 1 month contract right now, but after that we will expand our contract, and we are using Hydrogen. Have you heard about it?
Hydrogen?
Yeah, the framework released by Shopify.
Oh no, I was thinking like hydrogen as in like the chemical, but
no. Yeah, I told somebody asked that what are you using there? I said Hydrogen. The dude said, don't believe me.
Nice. Okay, so that Google thing didn't go through, right? I know you're interviewing there, or you're about to. Is that just temporarily put on hold?
Yeah, it is temporarily on hold. You know, Google Recruiter, they are super busy, so they have a lot of interviews, and they are like super busy guys on this planet, so they are having a hard time to figure out my application.
Gotcha. Okay. So I just turned on some music, by the way, just to kind of have that. Cool. If it's too loud, let me know. But I feel like it takes away these awkward silence moments. But yeah, I'll just get into it. So let's go to Figma. So Tadas actually went in and created some Figma layouts, like one design. It was pretty rough. He literally did it during the stream. But so I just moved to Vegas, by the way, from Florida. So that's about 2,000 miles in difference. So on that car ride here, the 3-day trip, I was thinking a lot about the site, and I kind of figured out what I want as far as the layout and the functionality of it. So we went over some of that in the last stream, but some of the functionality that I kind of came up with was essentially we're going to have two types of users, and we're just going to allow verified users to post, send messages, post collaborations to collaborate with other developer advocates, and yeah, basically do everything that a user can do. Now, to separate the developer advocates that either have a job or have already been in the field, because we want to make sure that we have experienced developer advocates communicating with each other, we're going to only allow inexperienced developer advocates or future developer advocates to simply like and comment, but they can't create discussions in this application. So there's going to be some limitations. And if a company wants to go out and like post a job or do something and interact with users, they would just create a standard account, and then you'll be able to create like a company account. So that's kind of what I came up with to change up the features. But essentially we have messaging where we're going to add in messaging. We're going to add in collaboration, post, and then we'll also add in notifications. So yeah, let me just get straight into it. I don't want to over explain the application, but funny thing is I was using Draw SQL to design the database in the last video, and I forgot to save it.
Yeah.
So this is all I have.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I think I'll just skip it later on. Maybe off stream, I can go ahead and keep building it, but we'll see what happens. I'll just leave it like that. Yeah, so this is the only API route that we currently have. We'll go into the Figma design, and I'm actually working on another project, and I kind of decided just to use the layout of that project. So I'm gonna start piecing this together using that layout, and I'll publicly announce what that project is gonna be later. So that's gonna be a full tutorial that I'll do later. But at this point, let's go ahead and design the homepage. And Praveen, if you want to hang on the chat, go ahead and just answer questions if you want, and if you got to leave at some point, go ahead and let me know. That's like, just let me know. I know we didn't discuss that before the stream.
Yep.
Right. So let's go ahead and just build this out. So I'm going to throw in a header bar, and I'll throw in the contents as we go. But right now I'm just going to do a rough wireframe. Just going to do some gray backgrounds here so you can see it. Then after that, what I decided to do here was essentially have a section where we can just list out users. So we'll just create some circles here, and I'm going to display recommended users. So I want to basically have you log into the site and see other developer advocates. So let's actually throw in an image here, and I'm just going to list out developer advocates across right here in the top section. And by the way, do you know if I can move this stuff over, these sidebars, or does that have to be in frame?
I'm sorry, which one?
Do you know if I can move these sidebars right here?
Not sure. I haven't used Figma that much.
Really? Yeah, I don't think you can, but yeah, let's all right, I'm also not the best at Figma too, but all right, let's go ahead and grab some pictures. Let me find some files. I'm just going to go ahead and grab some pictures of myself. I guess I have a lot of those from thumbnails. And we'll just create this first person here. Do like a height and width of 75 pixels. We'll try that. Oh, that's locked in. I got to unlock that. Who do we have in the chat right now? What's up?
You can go in dark mode. The chat says Figma.
Yeah.
Dark mode in the Figma.
Let's see. How does that work? Anyone has any suggestions? I've never done that. I saw that. I just wanted to. Not sure if it would mess up.
I think in the middle.
Middle?
No. I think there was just a editing tool for image.
I mean, I'll leave it like this. That's fine. I don't want to start messing with stuff too early. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Obviously, we're going to use pop-ins for the text, just because that's what everybody uses at this point. Keep it standard. Got to refresh my Figma skills here. All right. And let's just take this and make it regular. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm looking to do here. I'm just going to create one user and let's create some kind of background. And I think we decided on using like the TechCrunch look. And we're going to create, or we're going to use like this shade of green. So I kind of like the layout and the fonts of this site. And later on, we might kind of stick to this look. So let's go ahead and base our colors off of this. So if I go back to Figma here, let's go ahead and add a stroke here. And do like 2 pixels. You'll see the look of what I'm going for here in a second. That actually almost looks like a live user if I do green, like as if they're like in an active chat or something.
Yeah, this looks like we are in a something like stream or maybe in the stage.
Yeah. We can always change it up later, but for now, maybe like the actual color. But I think when we were talking with the dust, we decided to stick with green. All right, so essentially when you log on, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna add in like a follow system. I think I'm just gonna show like users, and those will probably be randomly generated, or what I might do is just have it recommend users based on like activity. So like if you have a lot of upvotes on your post, because we are gonna create like a upvoting system or a like system, I'll decide on that. But if you are a user that's very active, we'll probably recommend your profile here. All right, so I wanted to list out users, and down here, just underneath this section, let's just go ahead and add in a section for like threads and discussions. So this will be like your post for your social media post. So it'd be like a tweet or something like that, or a Facebook post. So we'll just do threads and discussions. And this is where developer advocates can actually start discussions, ask some kind of questions, and get engagement from other developer advocates. And again, the only people that can start a thread or discussion are going to be verified developer advocates. And we were talking about how we can verify these advocates. And I think the only way to do this is maybe have people create an account, and then they would have to almost do like Twitter, where you ask to be verified. And then once your account is reviewed, and maybe we can get some volunteers to review accounts, we'll just look up and make sure that that's a real company that you're listing, because you'll have to list your company. Maybe verify it by a company email. For example, I work at Agora, and my email is my name and then @agora.io. So if you have like a company email or something like that, we'll find different ways to verify people. But I think that's how we can do this. So only verified advocates can actually make post.
Somebody in the chat is asking me that what did you master in order to land your job as a developer? So the thing is that I didn't master in anything. So basically, what it is that I'm jack of all and master of none, and so you don't need to master everything. Okay, so that's the point. Like you don't need any approval from someone that you are good enough to start, or that should be in yourself that you are good enough, and you should start building your side projects in order to get familiar with all of the concepts and all of the fundamentals.
One thing I will say, Praveen, though, is you are pretty active in the community. You helped with a lot of open source projects, and you've built up a lot of projects. So you definitely have some skills, and those are usually typically in Django and Vue. That's kind of what I noticed your framework was, or your tech stack. But you did pick up React recently too. But Praveen is very active. Like he gets stuff done. So by the way, if I have a hard time typing, it's because I have no space here with this tiny little desk. So it's kind of being a little bit difficult. I'm literally just set up like 2 days in here. All right, move this over. And you were working with a recruiter, right? When you were to get that job?
Sorry?
You were working with a recruiter to get that job?
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
There was a recruiter that was helping set up those interviews for you.
Oh yeah, what kind of interviews?
Well, the interview with Google that you were originally trying to do, and this new job. Or did you reach out and they find you, or how did that work?
They found me, like the recruiter from Google. They texted me like they were looking for a intermediate developer job. Sorry, there was a opening for intermediate developer, and they texted me that you have everything that we need in a candidate. So let us know that if you're interested. I said, hell yeah, it's Google. Why not?
Nice. All right, so we're making some posts. So a user will be able to make a post, and I think what I'm going to do is essentially allow users to make a post, maybe keep it at like 120 characters or less than that. So the post will have to have a headline and then some kind of thread underneath that. So you can add a description or leave it like that. So let me just resize this. I think this should be about 16 pixels. Actually, let's just do 18. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to do the front end in a couple streams, I guess. I'm not going to be able to get to that one anytime soon. All right. I think for the actual picture or for the profile icon, I'm going to remove that border because I don't want to have all these borders everywhere. Leave it like that. And let's throw in some stats here. Yeah, I have all of this. Let's see if you can see it on screen. If I go to full screen here.
Yeah.
I have all this drawn up on the road trip here. So that's kind of the look that we're going for. We're going to have post right there, and then right there are going to be companies, and then you see those little circles. Those are going to be the developer advocates with the logo and all that. But yeah, this is how I start my designs.
I thought you were gonna show in the paint.
No, this one I was driving, so anytime Solamita was behind the wheel, I just sat in the passenger seat, and I like to get a lot of thinking done on these road trips. So that's why I did it with the notebook.
Can you please fix this line? Somebody in the chat is getting heart attack due to this.
What line? This one?
Yeah.
Oh, is it not straight?
Slope. Yeah.
Let's see. There we go. I think that's straight. Thought that looked a little bit funny. Let me actually change the color here. So I don't want to focus on like the details of the design. I'm not trying to make it perfect right now. I just want to get a look because it's hard to build a site unless you at least can visualize some form of functionality in it and what it might look like at the end. So change this, but all right, that looks a little bit better, I think. All right, and we'll change that header in a second, but let's go ahead and change the color here. Why can't I find the color? Double click that. Oh, here we go. Text color. Let's see. I think purple is a complementary color to green. Is that correct? Maybe we can just try purple. Actually, let's stick with green.
Purple will be a good color, I think.
Yeah. All right. If anything, we'll change it later. That's fine. So let's just do that. So developer advocate can make a post, and then when they make that post, I want to show the timestamp and the replies here. So add in some more text, and we'll just say 8:52 a.m. and then we'll just do 3 replies. And I want to make sure that the colors here are not as strong. See, someone's asking, will you do coding part live? Yeah, I'm going to do that next. So I just want to create this layout, and I might do another page. I'm not sure, but I want to design like what a profile page might look like and a company page. And then we'll start coding because I need to get back to the database design and the actual API itself. All right, let's do 14 pixels for that. And for the username, let's just go back to 14. I think I want to bold the actual user's name here. Let's do semi-bold. All right, so we have some posts here. So what's something else a developer advocate might post? So any developer advocates know React. Let's see, my company hiring, looking for someone with a solid Python background. Well, you know what? I actually have a question that somebody posted the other day in a chat room that I'm in, or a Discord server. And I think that'd be a perfect example. So this person made a post and they were asking what a developer advocate interview might look like. So they said something like, going in to do a interview for a dev advocate position. Do they or is it all community based? Let me try to zoom in. And obviously this post would go down like that.
What is the role of the advocates, by the way? something. I'm not familiar with all these.
Developer advocate? Yeah, that's actually a good question. So a developer advocate is actually sort of a new position, like the concept of it. I mean, it's always kind of been around, but especially with today's world and this whole concept of people making their own content, and I guess the term of influencer, even though I hate that term, basically companies, instead of just marketing, they basically create or they hire developers who can learn their product and maybe advocate for it. So for example, I'm a developer advocate for Agora that does like video. They have an SDK for video, audio, and real-time messaging. So I basically use my platform here to showcase their products. We work on things like building demos for the company, answer questions on Stack Overflow in the help area. So every developer advocate will have a different position depending on what your skill is and what your company wants you to do. But essentially you are a developer that can communicate with other developers to help with their product or showcase. Francesco is actually a developer advocate for daily.dev. So he basically uses his platform to advertise to other developers.
Yeah, I saw. Don't know still what daily.dev is.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I had no idea for the longest time, and now it actually makes sense. So if I actually open up my browser here, so I set it up as a homepage or the default page, but essentially it's an extension that lets you like see the latest news and tech and so on, and you can actually filter news like this. So like right away I go to my feed. So this is like, instead of having Google as my default browser, I see all these articles from like Flavio right here. So you probably heard of him, does a lot of articles. So it's like a browser extension for a lot of stuff like this, for articles and everything tech related. All right, let's get to that sidebar. So in the sidebar, so we have developers, and I think we should have a headline here. So it'd be something like meet other advocates. Or let's just do, I don't want to do verified advocates because then it would look like these are the only verified developer advocates. Let me think about this. What's a headline, you think?
I'm sorry, about what?
I'm trying to think of a headline for this section. I think I can just do meet your peers or something like that. Because I want other developer advocates to connect with each other. So let's just do this. Like that. I just want some kind of headline. All right, now on the side here, I want to bring in some company logos. So I haven't really thought about this section here. I think what I can do is actually just list companies that are hiring. So that was actually the thought process behind it. I think this should be 24 pixels. So anytime a company is hiring, I'm going to let companies show that they have like an open position or they're looking for a developer advocate. So we'll just list out any company that's hiring and has a new position. And by the way, that's one of the features is you'll be able to review companies. So if a developer advocate has a bad experience at a company, they can share that with other developer advocates, and that way they can, it's kind of like a Google business review, so, or Glassdoor. So that way they can actually find good companies to work for, because there's some companies that could be predatory and really treat their employees bad. So it's kind of nice to know about that and have discussions in these forums. All right, so meet your peers, and then this section is going to be called Now Hiring. I think what I'm going to do is throw in a company logo, the company name, and then like one small headline about the position.
Yeah, that would be great.
So let's see, somebody's asking how many dentists. Do you know the context of this question?
Yeah, see your Figma.
What do you mean? I don't get the question.
Yeah, like there are too many. You added one more Dennis.
Let's do 50 pixels. All right, let me think about how I want to do this. Because I don't want to leave this section blank right here, but I also want to make sure that there's some kind of separation. You know what I'm going to do for the sidebar? I'm actually going to create a background. So let me throw in another box here because I want to make sure it looks like a sidebar.
Yeah.
Oh, the images. How many Dennises? Yeah, I guess I can try to throw in some other pictures. Let me just try to change these up. I have to make thumbnails, so I have to have a lot of pictures. Can't use the same one every time. Just throw in some random stuff so it looks a little bit better. And I guess if people throw in transparent images like that, I probably should create some kind of background for that. See this one right here? It kind of looks funny. All right. I guess some people do just do logos for their pictures.
Yep, many people do.
All right, that look better? Looks a little bit more authentic. Okay, so
More Danish in different style.
so let's go ahead and for the header, let's just create like a. I'll use this same bar right here, and we'll just create like a line. I don't feel like I'm going to create a different color for this. Let's just do this. This will be our header. Now I have to make sure that it's not angled. I was so surprised when I did this first stream. There was quite a bit of views on it for a live stream, and live streams usually don't get that many views after the stream is done. So seems like a lot of people liked it. I guess they like the live coding section and actually seeing me think through everything like completely from scratch.
Yeah,
So-
people want to know what is the thought process going on when people are working.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because when I'm streaming, I always feel like people hate it. Like I feel like I'm not giving any value. But
They show in the chat.
yeah, I saw that. Just put them up here. Can you actually bring questions forward? Are you able to click on that?
No, I can't. I tried, but I can't.
Gotcha. All right, so we don't have a logo yet, but let's go ahead and create this. Shuvo, if you have a free minute, make us a logo. Shuvo's so quick with that kind of stuff. He's one of the best at what he does. He's actually working at Agora. We're working on a project right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, got him a
you
job
posted
there.
about that.
Yep. Let's just do bold. So katos.dev. Let's make it italic so it looks a little bit different. Let's see.
He's working as a front-end developer, right?
Yeah. So basically, yeah, we hired him as not even a front-end developer, just a developer. I mean, he can work on all aspects. He's kind of a designer and a front-end developer at this point. And essentially, his first task is to recreate our documentation. So Agora has a lot of work that we're doing on a new release of our docs. So we're just going through that, and he's learning. He had to learn Go to make it work, and then he's working with Hugo to create documentation.
Golang?
Yeah, Golang. Golang, I don't know. Whatever people call it. All right, so this is our sidebar, and I think I want to make sure this is about 300 pixels. And then let's send this to the back. And I'm going to change this background color. Praveen, do you think it's cringy to do a house tour?
Sorry?
Do you think it's cringy to do a house tour? I know some people ask me to do a
not at
house
all.
tour of the new place. I see
Yeah,
people
it's
do
not
it, but I
cringy at
can't.
all.
I don't know. It feels cringy to me, but I might do it maybe sometime during the stream. If you want to see a house tour, I guess, or a part of it, I might walk around, take a break at some point. I don't know how long the stream will go, but if I get tired, I might use that to take a break.
It's not cringy for people to watch other people's house. What's in there?
All right, so here's Agora. So what I'm going to do is use them as the first company. So I'll grab this logo. So this is the company that I work for. I do real-time audio, video, and so on. Really cool stuff. All right, let's see. I guess I can just throw this on my desktop. Does Figma do SVG files?
No idea.
Let's find out. Guess it doesn't work. Let me try to save it as something else. Or I guess I could just, I guess I could use a snipping tool.
Screenshot.
So what does a no-go mean? No for the house tour? Katos.
Yeah.
So she was asking, what does katos mean? Developer advocates got this weird thing where they call themselves like avocados because it's advocate, avocado kind of sounds the same. It sounds like the same thing. So I just found the name kato or katos.dev, the domain name, and I bought that. So there's nothing there. So I'm going to start probably putting stuff on that site. I might even do the domain today. And I think what I can do is just do a screenshot of what we design here and make that the homepage. But yeah, Kato's short for developer advocate. Oh, Ujwal, haven't seen him in a while. I don't think it's cringy. You can do it live or Insta. I can just turn on StreamYards and just do it from here, from my phone. Okay, so now hiring. What am I doing here? Okay. Oh, the Agora logo.
Yeah. Somebody said you can drag and drop there, like from file system to the Figma.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
you can try that.
All right. I still got to build my office out. I'm currently in like a hallway area in a little lobby. Where the hell was I? Oh, okay. I need to close this out because it keeps throwing me off. I have no idea where I'm at. I have way too many tabs open.
Yeah.
By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should follow me there. I don't really do much on Twitter. I mean, I just post personal stuff. I'm not trying to grow there, but if you want to interact on a more personal level, definitely follow me there. Okay, so we have the Figma link. I'm going to drag it and, oh, there we go. Perfect. You're right. All right. So the issue here is that Agora has a logo. Their logo is not a perfect circle. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I might just have to crop it. Let's just try locking this. And then we'll just do width of 75 pixels. I think that's just going to have to be it. Okay, let's just try that. So we'll do Agora here. Let's just grab the Google logo. Let's just grab the daily.dev logo too. Let's say they're hiring a developer advocate. Open. Why can't I grab that?
Go to the inspect.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I keep missing it.
SVG.
You know what? We'll just find another one. Let's see. I'm going to throw in my face there for now, and then we'll just update this. So we'll just throw in the Python logo, and we'll just do 75 pixels. Grab this one right here. Should I do a stroke on this? Let me try to.
Can you do add shadow?
I'm not a big fan of shadows. Sorry, I'm gonna have to override that one. Shadows are very 2008. Come on, Praveen.
I'm not a designer, so that's why I love using shadow. Like these makes things very interactive. So things doesn't looks like very flat.
Yeah, I get you. All right. Well, we're just gonna leave it like this, I think. Dang, because that's tough. Because I really want to make sure I can see the full logo. Let's just grab these, and we're gonna stick with just using these two icons, and we'll go from there. And then I'll decide what I want to do with the logo later, or with the company logo. Okay, so I need a company name. So let's go ahead and grab some text here. And I think for the company names, I guess I could just leave them black. I want to add in some kind of line under here too. So we've got Agora. What's the size here of the font?
I have sent you a
22.
company name in the private chat. You can use that.
Sure. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, sure, send your company name if you want to. All right, so let's say Agora is hiring, and then we want to throw in some tags maybe for the position. I didn't think this part through. Let's see. I'll put something in my notes here. Let's just do this. Let's do positions. So maybe they want to hire more than one advocate. So we'll do positions, and then we'll just say 3 are available positions. I'll zoom in so everyone can see that. I'll need to make this smaller. No need for that. How about a company rating? Throw that out there. Well, I guess maybe people won't review that early on, like review the companies. So we might just have like a bunch of like faulty ratings then. Whoops. Getting a phone call.
Like we can add some these rating stars below available position, like very small stars.
Oh yeah, rating stars. That'd be cool. My only issue is until we get users on the site to actually leave ratings. Like, how do you rate a company that has no reviews? Do you just automatically give them a 5-star rating, or what?
We will instead of just showing stars, we will say not rated yet.
Okay. Here, let's do this. Available positions, and then I'm going to throw in some tags. So I feel like there should be something that lists out like the actual type of position. Like, are we looking for a React, developer advocate, Python, or what's going on here? So let's create a tag, throw in some text here. A tagging system, and then these will have to be pretty small. I'll put those underneath. So I think for any company, as far as positions, we'll just throw like the first 4 tags in or something like that. Let's make this small here, and then bring this up. I know Chuvo has all these tricks for Figma. He's always teaching me something, but I never remember. He's too smart for me. All right. I guess we can make these purple. Let's just do purple. So that'll be the complementary color.
Yeah, very light purple.
Something like that. So nothing too harsh. Yeah. And then maybe throw in a border.
Add some border, add some radius.
Or a border radius, that's what I meant, yeah. It was right here, right? This is the border.
That's 0. I think you will have to increase that.
So I can lock these, right? So I'll just do 5. Okay, so here we have a tag. That's Agora hiring for a React.js developer or developer advocate. Let's also throw in Python. And then you can go to the company profile and see all the available positions. Did I make this text white? I feel like that might be not so visible unless I make, yeah, no, that's not gonna look good. All right. What's another position here? So with Python, Docker, let's just do Docker. Cool.
Somebody is asking about which stack you are using for this project. Are we currently using?
Yeah, so Django as a backend, Django with the Django REST framework, and database will be Postgres. Front end will probably be React.
Somebody is asking about how much package did I got. Is that I should reveal on the live chat?
Nah. What's your company's name, Praveen?
Check out the private chat. Check the private chat, please. Yeah. The last one. The first one is the company name that I use in my every side project just to practice everything.
And let's just throw in daily.dev. Do you have a logo with that?
Might have, but I will have to download.
No worries. Just figured if you have that. So there's a way to group all this together. I need to do that.
I think we'll control click.
Let's just do Google. All right. Let's do Svelte. Make this look a little bit different. You know what? I'm actually getting way too into it. This is not what the focus is. All right, so we have this page. Okay, so I hope that gives people a better idea. So we have this homepage. Here you have your peers, so other developer advocates. And these are only developer advocates that have been verified. So people that have either had a job as a developer advocate or are currently a developer advocate. Because if you were a developer advocate, you were verified at one point, and then you left your job, there's no reason why you should get downgraded. We'll just still keep you on there, but these are verified developer advocates, so that way you can send them a message and request some kind of collaboration. And only these verified developer advocates can make posts, and then anybody else on the site can like or vote, comment, and that's about it. So not until you're verified can you do that. And if you're just a regular user, you can't DM anyone, or maybe we will do DM, but it'll go into like the other inbox, like just like Instagram, where if somebody that you don't follow DMs you, you won't see their direct message. It'll go into another section.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the thing that I'm trying to take out from here or avoid is people spamming. So the second someone has a position, like Praveen, you've experienced it before, well, you'll just get like a bunch of DMs, and people are not good at respecting your space, and they'll just assume that they're the only person in the world DMing you, and it can get overwhelming. So, all right, so here we have a line.
Too much text is.
All right, so something like that. So let's repeat this real quick just to fill this in, and then we can do this. So you said you don't know how to do Figma at all. I was gonna say maybe we can have you.
I don't know. Don't ask me anything about Figma.
All right, so I unclick on that, copy and paste, and then do this. All right. That should be good enough. All right, cool. So we have the home page. Now, I don't think I'm going to work on the other pages right now. I think I'm just going to start building out the API. Actually, here, let's just do the navigation first. Let's do that, and then we'll go in here. So we'll have a log out button. This is going to be just a button that's a little bit more obvious. Here, like, I'm losing a lot of links here. So let's just let's make this like a red button. Something that's a little bit more obvious.
How much relevant are breadcrumbs these days in the websites?
How much what?
Do people really use breadcrumbs these days in the websites, like for navigation and all?
I'm not sure. What's your answer on that?
I don't see that much uses, so I thought that you can apply like breadcrumbs here, but I don't see too many use cases these days, so I just asked, do people really use or not?
All right, let's do 16 pixels here for the navigation. And we'll just make this white and add some border radius. Okay, so I think I can log in. Let's try this. Let's try 5. Oh, that's the angle. Okay, so I'm assuming this applies. Okay, there we go. That was much easier. I didn't have to do each individual one. Okay, so that'll be the logout button. So we're assuming that this user's logged in. So when they're logged in, I want to throw in some links here. So let's see. I wrote this up here. So collaborations, I think that'll be the first one. So essentially, if you don't want to start like a thread or discussion, like you wouldn't post a collaboration here. So let's say you want to get your company some more recognition. You want to work with another developer advocate, and you figure you can maybe collaborate on a project together or a live stream like this, like Francesco and I did. So what you could do is, instead of posting it here, you would click on collaborations, and you would be able to see all collaborations. So that'll just be every collaboration that was out there. And then if let's say you post one and you don't want it to be up there anymore, it'll be removed. So this will just be a page that you can go to and find collaborations and maybe even filter stuff down. Let's just call it collabs.
Yeah, collabs nicknames are better.
Yeah, so with that, what I want to do is make sure that when you click on this, so you're not having to constantly check the site, what I'm going to do here is create almost like a notification thing. So it'll tell you how many collaborations are available since the last time you've looked. So let's just make this like a darker red. You'll see what I mean by now, or in a second. Let's say there are 3 new collaborations. So we're just gonna always keep a count here. So let's just do 3. And this will probably be an icon later. Let's see, change the size to 14.
Somebody in the chat said that Praveen is not doing good as a side host. Sorry to say.
What
do you want me to do?
Gotta get involved in that chat.
Yeah.
Answer questions, bring people up in the chat. You're doing fine.
Yeah, like people are asking some very personal question which I don't want to answer on the live chat, as you know.
Personal questions?
Like people are asking about my salary package, etc.
Okay, so we'll have collaborations, and then we'll just do copy and paste. We'll add in notifications. So you kind of get what I'm going for here. So let's do 6 notifications, and this can later on just be a notifications bell. So the notifications. Just do something like that. I know it's not going to be aligned. This is what happens when a backend developer tries to use Figma. I'm terrible at it. Or I guess a full stack developer, but more backend focused. And then we'll just do inbox.
I'll be not doing the front end part. Somebody in the chat is asking that if I will be doing the front end part. I'm not a CSS guy.
All right, those look a little bit too close to you. Together, yeah, they kind of
yeah, give some little bit padding or maybe spacing whatsoever.
Yeah. All right, well, I think people get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. Just get rid of that bar right there. Completely, I don't need it. All right, that's better. So I can actually highlight this and move it over. All right, so at this point, that's the navigation. Let's throw in users. We'll do that, and then if you want to look up companies, actually, let's just let's add in companies here. We'll just do something like so these are hiring. Now let's do let's add in companies right here. So that should be in the nav. We'll have accidentally put caps. So we have companies, users, and job post. And you know what, for that, what I'll do is I'll just bring this down here and I'll just do view more. I'll make sure that's an obvious link. Well, these will be like the latest or featured posts, maybe the post with the best reviews or most engagement. And then we'll make this a link and I'll just make this bluish. I think that'd be maybe a different shade of blue. I don't know. We can change it later.
Place it in the right side. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so that was the design I had in mind on the road trip. Any questions at this point? I mean, I don't think there would be questions, but yeah. Let's see. So today, here's some of the stuff that I kind of wrote out, and I have some on my phone, some notes here. But we have the homepage. We're going to have to deal with a post page too. So when you click on this, maybe there's going to be a full discussion with comments. So we need to be able to actually show those comments, have the interaction to click, like, and so on, kind of interact with that. Then we'll need a user profile. And I kind of have an image on how I want that profile to look. I think I want to make that look like this site right here. So this is a tutorial that I did for Traversing Media on Django. It's like a Django crash course. Someone's talking about the colors. Yeah, I am actually breaking some kind of rule here. You shouldn't have that many colors. Probably should be careful with that. I'll probably have Shuvo, my designer, take care of that and fix up the color scheme. But yeah, I shouldn't use that many colors together. I'm not a designer though. So when you go to someone's profile, I think it should look something like this. I need to add in some caching to this website. It's only a tutorial website though, so I didn't really build out too much. Remember this whole thing? So I was thinking about doing this. I was thinking about doing the user's profile. We won't do follows, but maybe their social links, their Twitter, GitHub, whatever, some kind of bio, and then any posts that this user's made, or maybe we can just show all interactions. Let's do that. So I'm going to add this as a note. So on user's profile, show all comments, posts, and collabs.
Instead of just post, like we can show the tab for activities if they have liked something or.
Yeah, exactly. Because some people might not make that many posts, but you do want to see what they're about. So maybe we can
just
even
like
do
LinkedIn.
That. Yeah, let's even do that. Let's just do post, collabs, and likes. So like if you liked a post, it would say Praveen liked following post or the following post, and then you can click on that and see what it was, and then we'll just do that. All right, so let's just start coding. I want to kind of mix this up here. So we're done with the first design. We'll get to the profile later. I think it's going to look something like this, and then we'll get to it, and I'll design that in Figma. So back in the code, to make sure this mic doesn't slip. All right. So we just did a bunch of random stuff here based on that Draw SQL site. So we're going to start piecing it together. Why are you laughing, Praveen?
My friend is in the chat, so
here for Lord Fullstack.
Yeah, sorry.
The here for Lord Fullstack post or what?
Yeah.
All right. Where'd my notes go? Ooh, almost dropped my phone.
We are having some memes which we both understand only.
All right, so got the Figma design, database design. Yeah, let's just start with this homepage. So at this point, the only view that I have is, let's see, that's an API. I have this get routes view, and then I have get post. So we already created the post. I added some of those to the database. If we go to the actual homepage here, we have routes. So if I go to API / post, there we go. So we have, you want to work with me, I need more friends. That was just me trolling Francesco, but yeah, here's the API for that. Let's go ahead and get the users then. So we'll create a view for this. Then I'm gonna have to serialize it. So the user model is connected to the profile model. So we'll just create a one-to-one relationship. So we already have that. Let's go ahead and continue from here. All right, now we get into coding mode. And this is gonna be weird using this keyboard because I have no elbow space. All right, we'll call this.
Did you buy the new keyboard?
Yeah, my brother-in-law actually got it for me. It's a mechanical keyboard. I got it, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago actually, so it's not that new.
You're saving some love in the chat.
Thank you, Manny. Really appreciate that. People are too nice. Always takes me a couple minutes to get my flow going. Okay, so we have to add in the API View Decorator. So I'm using function-based views here. So add in the decorator. This is only going to be a GET request, and then we'll make this API more RESTful. And I'm actually probably going to tear down this project and then restructure it later. But right now, I just want to start getting the functionality out there. So
restructure, you mean you want you will be converting these views into class-based generic views?
Maybe, we'll see. At some point, yeah, because I want to make it RESTful, and that's probably the best way to make it RESTful. You get the concept, right? Like sending a post request to a route, a GET request, like it changes based on what the HTTP method was. Let's see, we need to get the user object. I need to import that. So I don't need the Yeah, let's actually start with profile. So we'll do profile with the profile model. I might reverse this later. So we'll do profile. Should we get users first or profiles first? I'm trying to think about this. Because I'm doing a one-to-one field, I feel like I should get users and then get that user's profile. Yeah, I'll do users.
First of all, you will have to get the user, and then you can use get
the
or create
profile.
method. Yeah.
All right. So in that case, I don't need the profile model. I'm going to get the built-in Django user model. So we'll get that, and we're just going to do user dot objects dot all. By the way, if you want to do live share, you can jump in, but I don't really see a use for it right now. So I need a serializer for this user. Let's import the users into serializers.
You are good enough in Django.
A nice cop out, Praveen.
Yeah.
All right, user serializer.
Yeah, somebody's saying that you can use abstract user model. Yeah, we can use abstract user, but that will be still a like lot of manual configurations. Like if the one-to-one relationship works good enough, then why don't we use that?
Yeah, so about that, that's possible. I don't like doing it. I don't like messing with the default user model. I like
we also have to set up like the admin form that we get by default. We will have to also the hashing passwords. Otherwise we will have just the hash password in the text field.
Yeah, well, we can always hide that, but in general, though, yeah, I like to keep it separate. Okay, so we'll get that user serializer. I'm gonna find a different beat or different music. Let's see. I wanted to get something lo-fi, but I just getting kind of tired of the same sound.
Add some EDM, the chat will enjoy.
So this is called Night Driving. Can I buy music? I'd rather just buy some music. If that's an option, I'll pay for it.
Do you need to buy music to play it?
This is free stuff, but I would imagine they do have live or music to purchase. I would love it if they did. Yeah, whatever. For now, we'll stick with this. Oh, Shivo's asking for the Figma link.
I was just about to tell you. Yeah, you can send him. He can make some modifications.
Yeah, watch it. So let's take note right now of where our design is, and then see what happens when Shuvo gives it. Shuvo.
Give me a second.
Here, let me move this over so I don't make this a public link. I need to invite Shuvo, so I think it's. I need to give him edit access. Shoot, I forgot what project this was under. Give me a second. I took it off screen just because I don't want everyone seeing my Figma account and everything that I have in there.
Yeah.
Got some more private projects there. Okay, I need to share the link. Yeah, I had this issue last time, and I don't know what project it's under. I think it was under shared projects.
Music in the background is a little too slow.
Need some EDM.
Like they need some fastest, like Ferrari. Fastest music, like EDM. Yeah.
I don't think we really have many choices for that.
Yeah. I think there are two different things. Like we have abstract user and abstract base user. Like I don't know what's the difference, but like
abstract.
Anyways.
I'm not sure. Abstract user, abstract base user. All right, Shivo, I sent you the invite. You should be able to edit. Okay, good. He's in here. All right. I think he's in here. let me know if you got it. If you can watch the chat, Praveen, or maybe watch your DMs. Cool. I am going to drag the project back into frame, though. We'll do that. It'll close this out. We'll see if Shuvo makes it in here. Okay, I'll close out some of these tabs now. Okay, so I was back in here. Go ahead.
Yeah, somebody asking in the chat a question that, can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
Maybe I missed.
What's the name?
Yeah, can't pronounce it properly.
Someone said too low, not too slow.
Yeah.
Here, give me a second. Let me try the music. Is that better? Let's see what they think. Okay, so where was the question? How far back? 804?
804. Yeah, 804.
Oh, I don't. My timestamps are different.
Mine too. I think he's from Africa side.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay.
That's totally okay.
Says, when you said you don't like messing with the default user model, what if you create a custom registration model? Yeah, I mean that's possible too. Like I said, we're also just working on an MVP, so I'm not worried about all the user model features as long as we can get the user there, work with authentication and stuff like that. Yeah, then we're fine. There's just no need for it. There's several different ways that we can go about doing this, but I'm gonna stick with the basics here. Okay, let me just get back to coding. All right, so many users will do true here. We'll return the lot, and then we'll just get the serializer data. We'll need the URL for that. I'm having a prefix with API just because I wanted to make sure that the homepage at the end of last stream wasn't throwing an error. So we actually just created a route for that. And then later on, I'll actually go back and prefix it with API. So all we have to do is create the actual URL name.
Okay.
All right, so get users, we have the view. Let's go ahead and test this out. Where is it? So if we do users, right, so here we go. We see the users, we see this hashed password. So what I need to do is, first of all, remove that password because we just got that user model. So I want to exclude it. And I only want to see the user ID, username, and I think that's it for now. And then we'll get the rest of the information from the user model. So we'll just go to serializers. And we'll just make a list.
You can use the exclude attribute.
Yeah, but then I'm excluding a lot of stuff because I only need like 3 fields. There's more to exclude than to just add.
Right. Yeah, just if you want to exclude any one, then I think there is a typo. NID.
Oh, Shuvo threw me off. He's in Figma right now working on that design. All right, so now if I refresh this, now we see user, name, and ID. So I'm gonna have to work with signals. I actually haven't worked with signals for a while, but I'll have to take care of that later. So let's see. I wanna make sure that we see the profile here. So what we're gonna need to do is create a profile serializer. Class profile. We also want a profile picture and so on. So profile serializer, that'll be all added into this model. Oh, by the way, this is gonna be an early announcement, but I got approval from Agora for a hackathon. So whoever wants to participate in that, we're gonna be doing a hackathon. There's gonna be 3 winners. Each winner will get $500. That'll be the first prize winner. And essentially, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have 3 different categories. The first category will be design. So whoever wants to win $500 as a designer, we're gonna create some kind of criteria for that. And the best design will be selected by me and Gary Simon. And then we'll let the audience pick the winner out of the 3 that we pick.
Definitely not for me.
That person will win $500. So the next one is gonna be just the best project. So creative, build whatever the hell you want, build it. We're gonna just review the projects, or we're gonna rate that based on who built the coolest project. And then the last one, or last category, will be the person that uses the Agora SDK to build a project. So in theory, I mean, I would say you can participate in all three if you want and win $1,500. I don't care. We'll see we'll see if we set some rules there. But yeah, we're gonna announce that probably sometime next week. I'll do a video on it explaining all the rules, and then we're gonna pick people who are gonna participate, and then we'll give you a week to work with that or to build a project, and then yeah. So
I haven't tried any hackathon before, but I can start with it.
Nice, yeah, for sure. We built some cool stuff. I know Shiva's done a few hackathons.
Yeah, he was doing, I knew before.
All right, so we got the profile serializer. Okay, so what I need to do, I totally forgot how to do this. I need to add the profile to the user. So I think what I can do is do profile like that. Oh, hold on a second.
There is a 3 after column. 16 line at the end.
Yeah. Got it. Okay, so let's see. I'm pulling up an old GitHub repo. I do this a lot here. See how I built out these models or the serializers. So we have the API. If we go to serializers, so I have the profile serializer, and then, I think I just did profile.
What you will have to do is get the name of the field and just put it equal to the serializer of the model.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But does a user model doesn't have that profile field, or does it? Because it's a one-to-one field. I think it does.
No, this will be on the profile serializer.
So like this.
No.
Like that.
No. Put this line in the profile serializer, like on the 7th line, and you will have to use a user serializer there instead of profile serializer.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, I see it. Let's do user serializer, and let me just pull that. Is it just like that? Do we just use the serializer itself? Yeah, so we just do, okay, here we go. So we specify mini false. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's right. User serializer, and then mini is going to be false. The upside of having a lot of repos. And I think I need to move this down here. All right. Expected indent. Okay, so the issue here, Praveen, I'm trying to remember how to do this. This is where I feel like I would get the user model first, because the user model won't show the profile though.
User model won't show the profile. You don't have any access or any reference to that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That's where in the views, I feel like to get the users, I should get profiles instead of users.
Yeah.
Like that. So profiles. And then we'll just do profile. I guess we can keep it as users. We'll just go to the profile object.
Maybe in the model. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do profile.objects.get, and then we'll do profile serializer, which we need to import. Profile serializer, and then let's see, we have that down here. User serializer looks good. And we'll keep that as get users. So users profile objects.all. We get the users. Yeah, I think that's good. Now let's try it.
Speak English, chat.
Okay. Let's see what was there. Profile's not defined. Yeah, I never imported the profile model. Oh no, I didn't do that in views.
I just had a vibe like Donald Trump when he says speak English.
All right, get users. Okay, so at this point, we don't have any users because we have not created profiles. So if we go to the Django admin panel, we need to create signals that create a profile on a user. So right now we have, let's say we have Tadas right here, and then we have Dennis. But if we go to profiles, because we don't have signals in here, they were not created. So we'll just do this. We'll create Tadas, and then we'll just do Tadas, Petra. Socials, there's not going to be anything there at this point. Later on, we'll add an email and so on. But there we go. And we do Dennis and then the actual details here. Let's just do Dennis Ivy.
That's Turkish, but we don't speak or understand Turkish, brother.
All right, so here we go. So we see all the users with their details. All right, let's get past this thing. Should I just do signals right now? Just got to refresh my memory on signals.
Yeah.
I just spilled my coffee. I'm gonna step back. You can entertain. Give me a second.
Yeah, take it easy. So that's the part of coding. So what you have to do is you will have to recall, or you will have to see your previous stuff. Like, you don't remember everything, but sometimes you have to look up on your own projects or your own code to get the things done. So what is signal is that so whenever you create or update something in the data in any application, so there are some type of events that are triggered. So when these records are entered in the database and when something is updated in the database, so what are signals is that you can define some custom code and do some other stuff. So when these events are occurred in the database, so let's say you created something, so while something is created, you want to do something else with that code or with anything in the application. So that's where signal can be helpful.
Yeah, let's good explanation, by the way. Let's just do it right now so whoever asks can see it. We got to do that anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an old project and I'm just going to see how I did it. I got to remember all the imports. So at this point, anytime a user registers or when we create a new user, we want to make sure that we have a profile generated for that user. So let's go back. Oh, Shiva's working on a different Figma link. I see him doing stuff, but here we go. So that's Shivo here. Let's see, what did he change? Oh, he's just making the logo. That's cool, like an avocado. All right, so
avocado.
Okay, let's see. You got to remember all this. I haven't done, like, for some reason, not for some reason. I've been working with a lot of JavaScript, but I have not like worked with Django stuff here, so I have to like refresh everything. So yeah, when someone creates a user, we want the user to be connected to a profile. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and create a file called signals.py. You don't need to create a signals.py file. That can be anywhere you want. You can actually create it right in the model, and there's different ways to do this. But the way I'm going to do it is create a signal.py file and create everything in here. And what I'm going to do is cheat a little bit, and I'm just going to go into my signals.py file and grab some code. I don't feel like making all the imports. So we're going to have to import from django.db.models.signals, post save and post delete. We'll grab both of those, bring those in. Let's see, what else do we need? We need a user model. So we'll just do .models, import profile. And we'll import that default user model too. I misspelled signal, so I got to fix that as signals. Now, this is how you know if I'm a good developer or not, when I have to do something live without having a pre-scripted tutorial, or at least with notes and stuff. All right.
Yeah, that's totally fine. People will know like what is the process of developing things.
Exactly. All right. So let's see, we're creating, so we create a function, then we have to create the sender to that function, and we basically need to respond to what happens here. So let's find something down here. Okay, so we have post save. So anytime post save is called, let's go ahead and grab this. Let's start from here. So at this point, anytime the save method is called on the user model, so the sender is a user model, so the user will send this signal. When the user sends the signal, we're going to create a function here called create profile, and we're going to trigger this function. So when the user save method is called, we're going to call create profile, and let's create the function. So create profile here. We got the function, and let me just actually steal some code from what I wrote, some code that I wrote before. So we have the sender, the instance, and the keyword arguments. We have update user, create profile. So we have a couple of different functions here. Let's see. So sender, instance, and created. We'll go through these arguments. So we can actually get the instance of the sender, and we get the sender, the class, I believe, and then the actual instance, that will be the user that's sending it. And then we have a true or false value for created to know if this was the first save method or save that was called. So we want to know, is this user just created or we just updated this user? So if created, we'll get the instance of the user. So that's going to be the user, and then we're going to create a profile. So we'll just follow this logic here. So if we just created, go ahead and grab the user that was just created. We'll get the profile model, which we do have imported right there. We're going to call profile.objects.create. We're going to set the user to the current instance of that user. And I believe that that's what we called the user here. So we're throwing that in. Then we get the username. And I am not adding the username to the profile, so we'll just remove that. Email, are we doing that? No, for now, we're not going to include that. Just throw in name. Well, the name is going to be, let's see, how do I want to do this? Because I also want user information added.
Like
that mean
description?
Yeah, like a bio and so on, because typically what I would do is I would make this all one form in the front end. So right now, like when you create a user, you're only getting a username, email, and password. That's it.
Yeah.
So at this point, let's just do this. So we'll connect the user to the profile, and that's going to be it. And let me just change these fields so they're not required. And then we'll modify the actual details. So the things like avatar and so on, we'll update those. So let's just do null, set to true. We can make sure that this item can be blank in the database. And let me, if I'm blocking the screen, Praveen, let me know. Let's actually just do this. There we go. That way I'll never be blocking it. All right. So we have null is true for user, for avatar.
Seems like you have done a lot of JavaScripts, the way you written true.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm more of a backend developer, but I write more JavaScript than Python code. Okay, so I don't need that for many-to-many field, and I don't need that right here. That has no effect on that. All right, let's just run some migrations. What am I doing here? Name, that should be null. The name is true.
I also missed that.
Okay, cool. So let's run the migrations real quick.
It is also good that in front end we take we make as less as fields as we can. Like the user don't have to waste too much time like filling information for registrations.
Fields minimum.
Keep the fields minimum. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to set the default fields right now. So provide a one-off field. Which one is this going for? For body, it is impossible to add a non-nullable field to body. All right, annoying little bug. Let's just get over this one. just add in some default values. We'll just leave it as no testing here. You know what I forgot? I forgot how to set the default value from the command line. Right here.
I don't think that we can create some. We can add default values from. I think we can add that, but that can be, that option is opted when we have set these default null or blank, and then we remigrate.
It says I'm doing this to body. It is impossible to add. Where am I adding body? Or is that maybe from another field? And it just ever since I ran the
I think
migration,
that is in comment.
Let's see.
Comment. Check the comment.
Body to comment. Oh, okay. So it had nothing to do with this value. Okay, so we have body, and then we'll just do null.
There is also a body tag in the above table.
Just grab both of these. What table?
In the post model.
Post. Must have not ran a migration since then.
Created.
All right, well, let's see. This it is because the database needs something to populate the existing row. Okay, so that's why I wanted to add that as an empty string. So that's why I just want to do. That's why I want to do default, and we'll just do test. I could do that from the command prompt.
The body field is not an issue anymore. It is created.
Created?
Yeah. Didn't you saw the log is?
Oh, yeah, I did. No. So again, migrations. It is impossible to add the field created with auto now add. Comment is providing a default because, oh, okay. I created on auto now add. So we'll just change it to, yeah. And then we'll change it to auto now add later. Okay, I feel like I have that in multiple areas. Let's see. What table is this?
No idea. Can you check how many tables are there?
Created.
Review, maybe. There is also a body tag on the review also.
There we go.
Delete the database and create the new one. Faster solution.
Yeah, there you go. Very true. All right, so now we have the field. So when we create a profile, we simply want to add in the user to that profile. So I still need to connect the signal. So whenever we call the save method on the user, if it's created, we connect the user to that profile objects.create. Now we need to actually connect the signal itself. And I remember there's a few ways to do this. I'm going to go back and steal some old code, but this is inside of apps right here to configure signals. Let's see. Why did I bring in settings in here? Oh, okay. That was because I was sending emails. Okay, so I believe that was inside of apps.py. We're just going to go ahead and do this. We have users.signals, and in this case, I think I could just do .signals because we're in the same file. There we go. Right, and this way works because of how I added in the app inside of settings.py. So if you just do base like that without base.apps.config or whatever your app name is, it's not going to work. There's a different way to do it, but make sure you're following this method if you ever want to do what I just did here. So right now we have our users. Let's go ahead and create a new user. So we have 2 users and we have 2 profiles. And let me actually just throw in a name, a string name for the profile itself.
Tadas is also live, by the way.
Yeah, he's doing some Google thing, doing some kind of announcements, right?
Oh yeah, that's IO. Google IO.
Yeah. self.user.username. We'll get that user's name and then make that a string. And these fields are allowed to be blank, right? Yeah, that's good. All right. So now if I refresh this, it should see that. I don't have to run a migration when I'm updating this, do I? Pretty sure I don't.
You don't need a migration.
Yeah.
Make sure you add this dunder method inside the class.
Oh, yeah. There we go. That's the issue. Where would I be without you? Probably hitting my head up against the wall or something. All right, so there we go. So we have 2 profiles and 2 users. So for whoever asked about the signals, let's see if this works. But if I add a user, let's just do Praveen, and then we'll set some kind of password. We'll just say, well, I won't tell you the password, but we'll add one. Not that it's a real password. So if I hit save, please first enter. Oh, I have to. Wait, why did that not work?
Come on, Dennis, use a strong password.
Oh, a stronger password. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll show you a strong password.
Use my name, it's a strong password.
Okay, so here we created a user, and if I go to profiles, I should have a profile called Praveen right here. So send a signal, like a message, out to another, basically sends out a message, and then when we get that message, we can do whatever we want. We can send an email. So for example, in my Django 2021 course, what I did is anytime a user registers on the website, I sent them a welcome email. So if you sign up for a website, you usually get some kind of email saying, welcome, blah, blah, blah. Here's some information about our site. We're glad to have you. So I used a signal to send out that message. So you can do whatever the heck you want with a signal, but that's how it works. And this microphone is about to fall off. Okay, so we got the signal done. Let's go ahead and go back to the users. And now we have another user of Praveen. So our API is getting built out. So we just have post and users. Okay, so what's the next thing we want to do here? Post, users, companies. I guess I could do companies right now.
Yeah, we can do the companies.
Let's do individual users and post and then companies. So if I want to get back a single user or a single post, let's create the views for that. So this is the easy stuff right here. We'll go back to views and the API. Let's see. All right, so we have get post. So at this point, what I'm going to do is just copy this entire view. This is where class-based views would probably be better, but we're going to stick with this. And we're going to call this get post or get post object. Just call it get post. It feels weird to say that. And we'll just do get. And then here we're going to throw in primary key. So ID, and then ID is equal to PK from the URL parameter. Many is going to be false. Okay, response. Change that to post. All right, so now we want a single post. Let's go to the URLs. Make that post, and then we're just going to throw in the parameter. I'm going to do a string because later on that can be a username. Then we'll do PK get post.
Cody is in the chat.
Oh, there he is. Cody, if you want to join us, go ahead and hop in. I'm gonna be requesting your services for front end stuff, for React stuff. Cody's actually an awesome React developer. Maybe not a React developer, just really good at React. I don't know if people want to be identified as a certain type of developer. Okay, so hold on 1 second. I hear something downstairs. Praveen, you want to entertain people?
Yeah, sure. What's up, Cody?
All right, scared me.
let's join on the live stream.
That was Sulamita. She just came home. I heard bags
Yeah.
moving around downstairs.
Okay.
Shopping. Okay. All right. Let's see what's in the URLs here. So let's be path. Okay. So go to our post. So let's see. We have an ID of 1 right here. So we'll get the first post. Now we have an object. So we return an object. If I want to get the second post, I get it by the ID. And if I get a post by an ID that doesn't exist, now we get this post matching query does not exist, and I can throw in my own custom error. Now for the user, I think I'm going to go by usernames. So let's see. Users, get users. Let's just copy this right here. We'll do get user profile.object.get. And at this point, we can do, let's see, we'll do user. Come on, how does this work? User __ user name, like that. I think I can query it. Let me know if I'm wrong, Praveen. And then the username can come from the URL.
Won't that be okay? I thought you were gonna filter with ID.
No, I want to get the so usernames are unique, so that'll work for filtering. So I think this can work. So we're going through the profile object and we're going upwards towards the user. We're querying upwards.
Yeah.
We're getting the
we
user.
can use double underscore.
Yeah. Okay. So at this point, we'll do user, and user mini is going to be false. He says, "Don't hype me up too much." He's like Mike Tyson. You get him hyped up, and you won't stop him. All right. Let's see. And yeah. Okay. That looks good. Now, if I add the URL here, go to users. That's actually a thing that Mike Tyson said before he came back at 55 years old and fought. He didn't allow himself to work out because he said he would get too amped up and want to fight again. And he ended up working out and then ended up fighting. I watched him on the Joe Rogan podcast when he was on. Okay, get username. Oh, this is supposed to be username, not PK. All right, so let's try this. So if we want to get a user by a specific ID, we'll do users, and then my username was Dennis, I believe. Is that what I created here? Let's just do Praveen. So we have Praveen here. There we go. We have Praveen, and let's just go to the admin panel. Let's see all of our users. Then we have Tadas, Praveen, and Dennis. So if I want to get my information. All right. Awesome. Okay, so we have the users in the profiles. Now it's time to list out the companies. Yeah, we're going to go to companies now. And I still think I need to finish up the model here for that.
Give me a minute. I need to drink some water.
Sure. So let me go back to the design and kind of see what I want to do here. If I can find the right Figma link. So it looks like Shuvo hasn't started working on it yet, but here we go. So users, post, or profiles, posts, and then companies. I guess we have to create companies before we work on who's hiring, because we'll have to create a different filter process for that. Yeah, let's just go to companies. Okay, so we have a name, logo, which I'm going to need to hook up the static files, tags. I don't think I'm going to do any tags for the companies. I can't really think of a reason to use that at this point. Forgot why I even added that. So we have a company website and then maybe like a Twitter or something like that. I don't know. Let's do LinkedIn and Twitter for now. Or I could just do, yeah, that's actually fine. Let's do LinkedIn, do the text field. It's 1,000 for max length. Bold is going to be equal to true for now because I don't want to set a default there. to block that.
Yeah, just a
Remove the
second.
comment.
Yeah, having too much echo with the keyboard voice. I was having too much echo of the keyboard's tapping voice.
For mine.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and add in a company. Let's see. Go to the admin panel. Oh, it looks like I already added companies. Okay, so we have a bio, logo, website, all that's there. So let's just do Agora. We'll do agora.io. Do you have a company website, Praveen, for yours, where you work?
Maybe.
And Twitter, we'll just find Agora's
they have.
Twitter.
Sending in the private chat.
Okay, let's see. Agora's Twitter. Throw that in, and then LinkedIn, we'll just stick with the Twitter link. And then bio, we'll just grab Agora's bio. Right, save that. And then we'll go to daily.dev. Obviously for the website, it's going to be daily.dev. Throw in the domain here.
Don't you want to change the field of URL, like URL field?
Yeah, we're actually talking about that last time. I know there's a URL field, but what's the difference? I'm trying to think. I know it will create a link in the API, right?
Yeah.
That's really the only advantage. I guess I could change that. For now, I'll leave it. I'm going to work on just getting the MVP out. But yeah, I'll probably change that. That actually makes sense why you do that. All right.
Someone is asking about what's better, Kubernetes or Docker Compose? Have any idea?
No idea.
Same here, man.
All right.
We develop a dynamic web application.
For some reason, I have never used Docker, never needed it.
I'm learning.
You are?
Yeah.
I had Francesco on for the first part of the stream to show me. Okay.
I'm also doing React Native in the parallel. Where do you suggest we develop a Django dynamic web application? What do you mean by where?
Hosted? Where
like,
hosted?
Like on your local host, you should develop.
I gotta create the serializer.
Okay. The app that allow uploading images and video. So basically you can create an app anywhere you want and make any app to upload images and videos. And you should know how to do that, like basically how so if you are using images, then you can use Amazon's S3 bucket for static hosting. Like Heroku doesn't provide it. Like if a Heroku dyno will restart, then all of your local uploaded image on the Heroku file system will be deleted. So you should probably use the S3 bucket thing.
I recommend S3 for static files, at least if it's user-generated content. Okay, we got a company serializer. So the next, I think after this, I'm going to do companies that are hiring. So I need to figure out how to do that. All right, we're gonna throw that in. Let's create the URL here, get companies. Let's go to URLs. Then later on, we can actually split this into different apps too.
For deploying dynamic web application, Django web application, you can use any VPS server, or you can use I think what's called that DigitalOceans, and you can bought any private server as well, shared server, so you can host it anywhere instead of using like a static site like Netlify or GitHub pages. So I don't think that you can host Django website on GitHub pages, but maybe you can try.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that. That'd be static hosting. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think that's possible.
I also think that that's just for static websites.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
what you will do is end up using a server and set up some Nginx or GUnicorn and some web server gateways connection with the WSGI server. Either you can use Apache or Nginx. So I have a tutorial video on my YouTube channel, so you can definitely check out that.
Gotta add in company here. All right, so here we go. You see the companies, Agora, daily.dev, all the information. Yeah, see, look, I did a character field, char field, and the links are still working. That's weird.
That's weird.
One issue is I added daily.dev and it took away my bookmarks.
Did you add the HTTPS manually?
This? Wait, what do you mean?
The URL? Yeah, like while adding the URL.
I'm not sure what you mean by that question.
Like, did you added HTTPS in the string while adding the website?
No, I didn't. Okay, so we have the companies. I'll just get individual company, and then we'll move on from here. Let's see, go to views. I know it's a little bit repetitive at this point. Gotta get this out of the way. Get company. Okay, so data, company serializer. We'll go to URL.
Can we do something like expiring messages in Django?
Expiring messages?
Yeah, like so let's say you have something no, let's say you have a notification then and you want it to get deleted after some time, or maybe.
What would be the point of that? Why would you want to remove a notification?
No, not particularly notification, but like anything from that database after a particular time.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like cron jobs, I think.
Yeah, I've done that once. I think that was that website that I built out, the LIM system. That was the only time I ever did that, and I did that to send out periodic emails. I just realized I should go to companies like that. Yeah,
you can use cron jobs for that.
Okay, so, is that a question in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can create service workers if you're using Heroku. Usually you use like an in-memory database like Redis too, and it can take care of that for you. So you're basically offloading tasks, so you're not having to process it. Like, let's say you want to send a message. Yeah, so basically when events fire off, you're sending it to work in the background. Okay, so we have our companies. If I go back to the Figma design, I want to get the companies that are currently hiring. I have not thought about this yet. So how do we get companies that are hiring? So a company would have to make a post, or they would post a job, right? So a company would post an open position. Let's just do that. Let's just do open position. So we'll create a database model for that. And we will filter by companies that have open positions. And then we can maybe filter them here by latest. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go back into our model here. So we have our company. Let's just call it job opening. So we'll do class is equal to job opening.
Instead of job opening, we can just name it like job, and we can add a checkbox like a boolean in field, and we can add like open. If it is open, then we can make it checked, and if it is not, then we can make it false.
Good point. So you're saying to add that to the company model.
Yeah.
So
No, to the job model.
oh, got you. I kind of like job
yeah.
opening because if I do job, that could be another model field. Let's just do job opening. I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, you can definitely go with that.
Okay, models.model. All right, open is going to be, no, we can't use that. Let's see, available. It's still available. No. We'll just do a Boolean field. So models dot Boolean field. And default will be true. So if you just create it, it's going to be true. I think that's it. So job opening, and then we'll just do description, title, description. Just copy char field. That's when you start copying and pasting a lot of stuff. And description. This will be a text field. So we want to allow more text here, and we'll just take this out. See, someone's asking, are you not considering job profile like for a specific job, or is it just any position job profile? What do you mean by job profile? Like type of job or?
Like position on the job, like if I am a full stack developer, then I have a full stack profile.
No, I say we well, what we could do is we can add tags, because specifically for developer advocates, they usually don't post jobs like that. It's usually like, hey, I need someone that knows this tech stack. We can add in filters later, maybe do tags like that, so that way if I'm a React developer, I can maybe have React job postings profiled, or not profiled, prioritized. So title, description, job opening. I think that's it. Oh, and then we need to connect it to a company. So the company. Front end is going to be React models.foreign key. And we'll just do models.onDelete. I need to change my Slack where the notifications pop up.
Yeah.
Is there a way to do that? Change the notifications.
What's the time there, by the way?
Right now I'm on Pacific Standard Time, 12:54 p.m. Models.cascade.
Are you working from home or from office?
No, from home. Let me just change my notifications real quick because I do want to respond to that message. Manage notifications. Sure. So we have our team being messaged here. Let me remove my screen just so it doesn't
remove that.
Some like super private company message that goes public on a stream.
Yeah.
Give me a second. It's funny because I actually went to this screen because this isn't my primary screen. At least I think I changed that. Get notifications from other apps on Sender. There, I think that's good. I think I turned them off. Okay, I'll just go back to sharing my screen and we'll see. We add. All right. Yeah, we have the job model already. Nice username, by the way. So we call it job opening. Okay, so job opening. We want to do created too, except for we'll add auto now add for that, and I can probably update these now. Okay, job openings. We want to know when it was created. Auto now add is true, and we'll just add to it later if anything. Okay, so we have the company. Did I do this? Oh, I think this needs to be on delete like that. Yeah, there we go. Description. It's funny. I moved to Vegas from Florida, and my lips are so dry right now. My skin is like ridiculously dry because Florida has all this humidity, where Vegas has this dry heat.
Yeah, Florida have a lot of humidity. Not a lot of, but more humidity than like Vegas.
Yeah, Florida is probably one of the most humid areas ever. Self dot do title. Okay, so we'll do a job posting. Yeah,
Still having notification.
Yeah. Let me see if I can go to Slack and just try to turn them off.
Are you using Windows 10, right?
Yeah. You know how to turn that off?
So yeah, just click on the timestamp, like on the right bottom screen, where you used there is a volume button. Just click on the time, and there will be all of the notification, and there will be a Slack notification tab. There will be 3 dots, and turn off all.
So I actually turned off time, so I don't have the time thing. Let's just see. Let's just risk it.
Give me a second.
Yeah, we're good.
For
This is just
notification and action setting.
Let's do that. See if in the tutorial, turn this off. Notification action settings. All right. Show notifications on lock screen. Get notifications. See, I already had it on off like this. Let's just do Slack. Do we see Slack here?
No, you have turned all of them.
I think so. I hope so. All right, cool. Let's go back to where we're at. So we have job opening. Geez, talking and doing this live, dealing with stuff like that takes an hour just to get a simple model done. Okay, self.title. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Let's migrate it.
I think that should be a function, not a class. Somebody corrected in the chat.
Actually, before I migrate it, let's think about this. So we have a job opening. Company's going to post it. We want to attach a user. So we want a user should have permission to post it. So we'll do user.
Don't we have these in the company?
That's true. Let me think about this. Well, we still want to attach a user directly to this so we can.
Yeah, that will make stuff easy.
You're saying we should add it here? Let me think.
Yeah, you can add it here.
Yeah, well, let's just go ahead and grab this user model from the profile.
Somebody is saying you can post a notification on Slack itself.
I think they're done. I just heard the message from my phone. I think it was just a little update. We're doing a Twitter Space tomorrow. So I'm just talking about it. Okay, so you register that real quick. Bring that in here. All right, so let's start by first creating a job opening. Oh, here's Shivo working on the design. He's got the grid system and everything. Look at this guy. The freaking professional. Look what he's done already. This is what I call the Shivo touch. He's obviously using the grid system, so that's not going to be there after. Just showing that. But everything he does is perfect. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Shuvo, if you want, just stick to the only Django design. That's what I actually stole. I'm just going to use that. That's another project that will be public later, but go ahead and even copy that same layout if you want. All right, where am I at? Get my thoughts back. Let's see. Oh, post. So we want to make a job opening. We can refresh this. Now we should see job openings. Let's see. So Dennis is going to post it. Company is Agora. Available. Need a solid React JS dev, whatever solid means. And then for Lorem Ipsum. grab this. This will be the job description. All right.
Cody is saying he can jump in the stream.
I'll DM him right now.
Yep.
Okay, so we got a job opening for a React developer, and then we'll just do Praveen is going to post one. You'll be working at daily.dev right now. Who work in the description. Okay, so we have 2 job openings. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to filter this down by companies that are hiring. So what I could do, should I just list job openings instead of now hiring? Maybe I should just do job openings. There's no point in listing the company. So in that case, we would change this up instead of like available 3 positions. It would just be the job opening. Let's do that. Shivo, if you can hear the chat, we're going to change now hiring to openings. Praveen, do non-native English speakers know what openings means, or should I do job openings? Would you understand what I said if I said openings?
Openings means, I don't know what is singly used meaning.
We'll do job openings.
Yeah, and job openings.
Look at this guy.
We do like opening. Dude, what's his opening?
Yeah, I get you. Shivo, we're following you. We're all watching you live. Okay, so at that point here, let me send Cody the link. I want to give him the invite. He'll join the stream, and then continue here. I'm actually really thirsty, so I might go get some water in a second. Cody, I'm going to send it to you via Twitter. I'm going to send you a DM right now. Oh, no, you're not on Twitter. That's right. Here, let me just stop sharing my screen while I open up some private stuff here. Okay, I sent you the invite link, Cody, and we'll go back to this. You should be able to join from there. Let me know when you see him in the stream, Praveen.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So at this point, we're just going to change this. So for openings, we're going to create a view for this, and this one's going to be called Get Latest Openings. So let's do Get. We'll have a page for job openings, so someone can actually look through all the job openings, but then we want one in the homepage where we can make an API call and call it Get Latest Job Openings. Latest on view name. Get latest jobs. Let's just do that. We'll just do the same thing. We'll just get the serializer and then we'll create that. So serializer.data. And in serializer, we'll create a class for job opening serializer. Is Sadat still live streaming?
No, let me check. Yeah, he's still streaming.
What are they announcing today?
That typical Google things. New Android stuff, new machine learning stuff.
New Flutter stuff?
New Android, new machine learnings, new frameworks, new things for Flutter and all.
Right. Should I just import all the serializers? Yeah, I'll just do all. I'm tired of continuously adding them to the list. How much time do you need to make the MVP? I don't know. We'll probably get this done in about 5 streams, maybe. Like if you're asking in general, that's going to be completely different for every project, but yeah, it's hard to answer. Okay. Okay, job opening object. And at this point, I think what I'm going to do is just get the latest 10, so I can do like that. And I think I can do in reverse. How am I ordering them. So they're already, I guess I'll have to see how they're ordered right now. With the API, we'll make the request. So I'll only do the latest 10, and then I'll see
You can
the
also
order.
do
I can
dot
reverse
order by and then
Yeah.
something.
So we can do dot order underscore by. And we can, I think we can do like that, and that'll reverse it. We can
I
like
think,
create. Yeah. So that'll reverse the order. And Cody is with us. Cody, what's up, man?
Didn't saw in the backstage.
Oh, I thought I added him. No, I added him. He's in here.
Hey, what's up? You hear me?
What's up, man? Yeah, you hiding your face today?
I'm outside.
There he is. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just trying to wrap up my work day. Just checking on what you guys are building.
Nice. Yeah, we're just still on that kados.dev website. Figured I'm going to be doing a little bit of traveling, so I want to throw in another stream before I go a couple of weeks without posting anything. But yeah, we're just getting the API put together. Got some design going here. She was doing this live as we speak, so I literally just drew this up, and obviously Shiva was putting me to shame with his version of that. Yeah, Cody, you know what a developer advocate is, right?
I'm not too solid on what the actual role entails. I know it's like working with the company and then kind of like marketing and just getting other developers to know about the company. Is that kind of accurate, or am I way off base?
No, you're pretty accurate. So it's pretty much a mix of developer and marketing, but the whole theory, I guess, in my understanding, is that it's kind of hard to market to developers because we're nerds and we're very technical about what we know and like. And a developer advocate, who's usually a developer, is the only person that can usually speak to other developers from like a marketing perspective. Sometimes it would include marketing. Other times it would include just doing stuff related to that role. Like we have certain developer advocates at Agora that have no public profile. They're just really good at building demos and libraries and so on for people to use. But yeah, kind of sums it up.
And like writing blog posts and just documentation, is that kind of also?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some developer advocates that their strength is in writing blog posts. So we literally have people that just focus on that, focus on making content, answering questions, and so on. What are you currently doing at your company right now? Any new updates there or any projects?
Yeah, I'm still working on the same thing. I've been working with like the same project like three plus years now. Still going, still fun, still learning some things. So
yeah, dang, same project for 3 years. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I get bored really quick. That'd be tough. Like I got so bored when I was working on that other project. I did 2 years and I got like so tired of it by that point. It was hard to keep my attention. Sorry, I kind of cut you off. Go ahead.
It depends on the project, because some projects, like the work that you're given, the user stories just get kind of stale. But if every couple of weeks you're throwing a new, really complex user story to implement, it really keeps you engaged, in my opinion.
Did you say user story or user source?
User story.
What's that exactly? Like I guess if you could tell us about the product itself.
I don't want to talk too much about the product, but
Sure.
I guess in terms of like project management, what a lot of companies do is they'll talk to users and figure out like what feature needs to be added, and we call that like a user story, right? So the user story will be written by like the product owner, and they'll kind of talk about what acceptance criteria needs to be met before we can like call this user story done or completed. So like for this app that you're building, one user story should be like a user should be able to log in, and then you kind of implement that whole flow and get that deployed out to production. So
I got you. Nice.
It's like a fancy word for a feature, but it's supposed to be more involved.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. User story. That's not the first thing I would think of.
Yeah, we're big into agile, so like we have a lot of agile keywords we do.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to think here. I just created a route. I called it openings. Funny, I actually had a perfect example. I was mentioning the Supervene, where somebody in that Discord server, Cody, that we're both in, was literally asking questions about developer advocate stuff. And I was like, oh, this would be a perfect chance to post this on kados.dev and like basically find other developer advocates to connect with.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be useful. Sorry, I'm watching my kids too, so they might be kind of loud.
Oh, no worries.
One of those, I don't know if the developer advocate role is new, but I think a lot of people don't really understand what it actually is, especially me, because there's different blog posts that say, developer advocates aren't marketing, but then like you got to bring in customers to your company that you're working for, so it kind of is marketing.
Yeah, well, yeah, it changes so much. I think that it definitely is newer, and I think what it stems from is like if you like Instagram, for example, they this whole idea of influencer, like these people that have like a following like pretty small, like they'll have like literally 2,000 followers, maybe 5,000, like micro influencers, and a lot of companies will reach out to them and actually send them like clothes or whatever product that they have, a desk, a chair, and get these people to advocate on their behalf. And that kind of started on Instagram, from at least from my understanding, but then it kind of evolved into what we do. Like you and I, we have an influence, as much as I hate that word in this
Yeah,
context,
absolutely.
but we're able to advocate for that. So I think we're like technical influencers in that sense, I guess. Like we're teaching on something more. We're not just showing some clothes or a desk or something like that. It's not like a sponsorship. That's kind of like the hybrid that I can see between. Okay, I cannot figure out what I did wrong here. I got response, job opening, serializer.
How long have you been working at Agora? Is that how you pronounce it, Agora?
Yeah. I started on November 15th, actually. I had no intention of getting a job. Like I have a full-time income and like what I do. But Tadas reached out to me and he's like, hey, there's a developer advocate position open there. Would you want to check it out? And I'm like, what the heck's a developer advocate? I had no idea. So he kind of explained it to me. And I was like, that kind of aligns with the channel. I love the tech. Like that's a big thing for me. Like I wouldn't work for a company that I didn't actually want to use or approve of myself. Yeah, so took it and spent a little bit of time like learning more about WebRTC and stuff, because we have technology that builds on top of that. All right, Praveen, do you see the bug here? Sorry, I'm like trying to focus on. I'm having a really low level bug. I can't figure out how to solve it. Oh, that's why. I forgot to put this decorator on. There we go. But yeah, it's almost 6 months or almost 5 months, I think, at this point that I've been working there.
I assume you're happy with your choice? Sounds like you're having fun.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely like the people that I work with. Yeah, we're doing a Twitter Spaces tomorrow. Like that's part of like the community outreach, and it's usually up to us on what we're doing as far as like where we're good. Like I said, like some people write blog posts, but Tadas and I are more engaged with the community on a public level. So that's the kind of stuff that we focus on in making tutorial videos. So I put some videos out on their channel and my YouTube channel. I'm gonna mix it in. All right, let's see. I added the job openings. I got the post. I got the users. So we got to rank the peers somehow. Should we add a filter to this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we can I think these are filtered by created.
So just do the latest peers?
Yeah, these will be latest first.
Do you think people try to hack it? I you know what I'm gonna do? I just decided I'm gonna do random. Because if I do latest, then in theory, if somebody wants to always be at the front here, they can like keep recreating their account. They can kind of hack the system. So I think at this point, what I'll do here is I need to add in some kind of status to a user. So let's do this. Let's go to profile and we'll just do verified.
What we can do is like adding some tags, and the user will add the interest in his profile, and we will show them accordingly. According to his interest that he put in the tags.
I'll do that, but later after the MVP.
Yeah, that's
just
time
because.
consuming.
yeah, exactly. Like I got to get this thing done. So let's do this. I'll add in a verified option, and it's only going to show verified users, and then we need to randomize it. So can I just randomize a query set? Because I know it's a Python list technically.
Yeah, you can randomize. I have done that before. Let me look at my code.
Yeah, if you can send me over some code for that, or just walk me through it.
Second.
So profile verified, that's going to be set to, actually it's going to be false, because when you register, you're not going to be verified. And then we'll change your status. And I might have to add in some users. So let's see.
So if you can, if you will add the question mark in the order by, then it will be randomized.
Really?
If you
See how to-
if you add question mark.
Yeah. Can you send that in the
You
chat?
hear that?
Yeah. I heard you.
Instead of any field name, just add question mark, like order by string question mark.
All right. So
Better.
go in here. We'll go into users, get users. Here, let's do this. So I want to change this because this can be the endpoint for like the actual users page where there's going to be a search filter and all that. And we'll just do get recommended users. Get users home. How should I name this? The toughest part about coding right here, naming variables and functions. Let's just do get recommended users. And we'll just do all and then order by. You just do a question mark like that.
Yeah, no, in the string.
In a string
Just put
value.
question mark in the string. Yeah.
I've never done that. Wow. Let's see. So we do need a filter, so it needs to be a verified user. So we'll do a filter, and I'll just test this out. We'll do a filter by verified, and this needs to equal to true. So we'll say get us only the verified users, get recommended users. Then we can go into URLs. We'll do get users, and then we'll just add in recommended. Recommended. There we go. Yeah, 59 people in the stream. This is Flash for Django. This is Django. All right. Get recommended users. Let's check it out. Close out some tabs. We'll do get users. This is going to get us all the users. And then if we add in recommended. Okay, so at this point, there are no recommended users. So what I'm going to need to do here is add in some users, and we need to add in some status here. So let's actually do this. We'll verify Tadas. Actually, you know what? Tadas isn't here. Praveen is. So we'll verify Praveen. That's what he gets for not being here. So do Praveen. Verified is going to be true somewhere here. Oh, I'm going to profile. So we'll verify you, and then we'll verify myself here. Okay, and then how did I add that filter? So I did a get profile, the objects. Okay. So if I refresh it, we see Dennis and Praveen. If I refresh that again, so there we go. So it's just going to keep rotating.
Yeah. Is it working? Random
Yeah,
thing.
perfect. Yeah. So it goes right now. I'm first, then you are, and then yeah, it just keeps flipping. So here we go. And right now it's only verified users. So Tadas won't be here because Tadas is not verified. Okay, perfect. So we got recommended users. Let's go back to Figma and let's see. I think I pretty much have the homepage done. Let's see, how do we want to do this navigation? So we have recommended users. Oh, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At this point, let's just do like the first 10 users. So we'll grab only 10. So we'll do 0 through 10. What do you take off? Okay, so we'll grab. I said, did Cody take off?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm here. I'm just not feeling like it right now.
Went silent. All right, so we got the first 10 users, and then for the job postings, we got the first 10 job postings, so we're good there. And then for the posts themselves, so later on we'll add in a filter. Let's see, we'll add in a filter, and then we'll have to paginate the data. So we'll do that later. Let's go back here. All right, so let's talk about
pagination is really easy. Do you want me to send the code?
No, I know how to do pagination. I was just not going to do it right now, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, send the code. While I work on something else, I might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well
Just a
almost do like a
second.
pairs coding. Okay. Let's see, where's Shuvo at here with this design? Building everything out. Cool, cool. Looking good, Shuvo. Nice. Change up the style a little bit. You think that would be better with the white text or black?
White text.
White, yeah, I feel like white might be a little bit better.
White
Feels like it's
will
hard
be
to see.
better.
Yeah. I like that logo. It looks like a little snowman.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like, gosh, I don't know how to say it in English, but in Russian it's called a matryoshka. It's like those like infinite dolls where you open it and there's another one and another one inside of it. I forgot what that's called in English. Okay. So let's do this. Let's look at collabs then. Because we're not doing the front end right now. I could start adding CRUD functionality, but I don't really want to. I guess I could do CRUD right now and then build it into the front end later. Got user registration. We still
You
got
can do that right now.
CRUD stuff.
Yeah. How long you're gonna stream?
No idea. I'm taking Sulamita on a date at 6:30ish. So I technically can stream for a long time, but I still want to get some other stuff done today, so we'll see. Yeah, let's do some CRUD. I gotta get Postman up. I forgot if I even have Postman. I haven't used it for a while. Find this. Actually, I think Django lets me do CRUD functionality from their interface, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's try it. So let's do this. Again, it's not gonna be too restful of an API, but let's allow people to make a post. So we'll go ahead and create another route. We'll do API. Oh, by the way, the source code for this GitHub repo is going to be down in the video description. So I'll update it at the end of the video. We'll make a push and we'll have the latest code. So that's all linked up, and my Twitter account's there if you want to follow me on Twitter. Connect with me there. Okay, so we're going to do post. This is going to be to create a new post. Here, let me get some water, man. I'm parched. I can't even talk.
You'll be talking from very long.
Funny, I'm trying to follow along with the Django code, and when this goes so fast because you're so pro at this. And the only experience I've had with Django is the Mumble project that we worked on, like, what was that, a year ago?
Okay, which technology stuff, which tech stack do you use on your job? Are you allowed to say that?
Node, React, anything?
I'm sorry, can't hear you properly.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I use Node for the back end and then React for the front end.
Monstack, right?
We actually use DynamoDB, which is like an Amazon database.
Oh, gotcha.
Pretty much the MERN stack. Close.
I'm currently working on Monstack. Like, I had no idea previously how NoSQL works or how React works. Then I took 2 days to learn React and MongoDB and Node.js. Then on the third day, I started working right after that.
Why are you going for NoSQL, Praveen?
Because the company wants it, clients want it.
Oh, okay, yeah. If your company wants, obviously. Yeah, I worked with Node and Express and all that, but I forgot what database adapter I used. It was something for Postgres. I can't remember. There was 2 of them. Cody, do you remember them? What are the 2 options? Or
Like the ORM?
Yeah.
There's like Sequelize is one.
Sequelize, yeah, I used that one. There was another one, I think with a P. I don't know, I couldn't remember.
I think it's Prisma is a newer one.
Prisma. Yeah, Prisma. So SQLite and Prisma. I like Prisma, yeah. Add post, okay, so we're gonna get some data.
So I'm working there as a full stack developer, and then they said like you are as a full stack developer, so we expect you to know every technology. I said, okay, I will learn if I don't know.
That's the attitude, man. All right, so I'm going to create a post right here. So when someone sends a post or some data from the front end, we're going to get, let's see. Where did I put that model? Yeah, this is usually why you separate this kind of stuff. Okay, profile, review. Did I not create a, oh, I did, duh. All right, so we're going to get the owner. We'll get request or a post type, which is going to default into, actually, I just realized we're going to update this anyway. So we're going to change collabs to their own thing. So I'm not going to add that anymore. So that won't be an option. And then a job. We actually don't need to do this at all, but I'll leave it. Here, I'll just fix that later because I don't want to cause any issues. So I want to make sure that this field can be null, which already have a default there. User, body. We kind of need a title, right? Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, let's do that because I want to make sure. Title here. So do models, our field.
I don't think that will be necessary.
Okay.
Like if someone posts, then they won't fill in two fields. Like they will just use the one text box and put everything in it.
Yeah, but what I'm looking at here, if you look at the design, I like this idea of being able to write a post and then click on it and like almost have it more like a discussion or a thread. So that way you can like add details. So like in Stack Overflow, you have a title and then a description. So what if someone has a question, so they post like the title to their question, and then they want to be able to elaborate on it. Like, I'm interviewing for this kind of position. Here's what I'm facing. So I don't want like long posts in here. Or
Got it.
let me think. What I could do is I can just what's the term? Not paginate, but what's that thing when you cut off at a certain level? Cody, you know the term. I'm blanking out here. It's easy. Where it's
like load more.
Yeah, but it's a truncate. That's what it was. So I can just truncate the post.
Truncate.
Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's leave it like that for now. So at that point, I won't add in a title. I'll just do body and then likes. So we won't do a voting system. We'll just do likes and then created. Yeah, so that's just going to be there by default. Right. So when we send the post, we need to get the user. And for now, I'm just going to deal with session authentication. I don't want to add in the JSON web tokens. In fact, that's actually a good thing to throw on my list here. Yeah, we'll need JSON web tokens, so we'll add that later. So because we're using session authentication, I'm already authenticated, so we'll do request on users or user. And I do need to add in a decorator to only allow authenticated users for this. So I think it was a permission classes, something like that. And I can do is authenticated. Let me just look at an old GitHub repo, see how I did this.
Do you have any another plan for a free project on YouTube?
Yeah, I'll be putting out a few more. So
somebody's asking in the chat. So
yeah, I actually don't want to. I don't want to talk about those right now. Those all,
yeah, that's okay.
I'll announce them when I announce them, because if I announce it too early, then everyone starts asking me about it and starts putting on this pressure. Let's see. I think it did this here. Okay, so we add in the permissions here. So we have an admin user permission that we can add in, and is authenticated permission class. So I'm just going to copy and paste this in, putting this in at the top. Got the decorator, so we got permission classes and is authenticated. So we're just going to throw this in. So you won't even be able to add a post unless you're authenticated. So then if you're authenticated, we can get the user by using request.user. And then we're just going to do user is equal to user. And body is going to be data. And we'll get the body out of that. Let's go ahead and give that a test. So I want to create the route. posts. And I think I need to, because I'm doing it this way, I think I need to add in this route above this one right here, because that's actually going to throw me off. Because that's also like a parameter after. Add post, create. Let's go ahead and give this a test. Before I actually create it, what I'm going to do is just print out the data.
Won't it create any conflict? Like you have a dynamic value at this same route?
Yeah, so it would if I put created below here. So this is again where class-based views would probably be a little bit better, but essentially what's going to happen here is if I put create down here, because it's kind of like a dynamic value, it's going to try to read this route before this one. But if I add create and it sees that path, it's going to stop right here because it cascades. So it's going to go from top to bottom. So if it catches create, it's just going to react to that. So at least I believe I might look like a fool and be completely wrong, but it's one of those. Promise. All right, let's see. What tab was that? Here we go. So if I go to posts and then add. Have an error. Permissions class. Oh, permission classes. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the import that I made isn't the right one. I'm slowly trying to recruit Cody, so I won't say anything else publicly because I don't know what your situation is, but I think we can do something better. I actually learned a lot from you, man. When we were doing the mumble stuff, learned a ton from you. You and Django talking to us. Sorry for me.
No,
You were good,
we
but
can't
you
hear
didn't
you
teach me that
properly.
much. You can't hear me?
Yeah, your voice glitched.
Oh, okay. How about now?
It's good now.
Good. Well, I don't know where I lost you, but
Yeah, just talking about
Okay.
Mumble. Like, I definitely learned a lot about Django and Mumble. I'm trying to watch you right now. I don't remember half of what you're doing, but it's slowly coming back to me. Like, it was a fun little project to work on.
yeah, sure. Way too overwhelming though. With that many PRs, I'm like, I'm not getting paid for this, and I can't find a way to monetize it that quick. I cannot manage that. All right, let's see. ID field. I'm doing something wrong here. I think. Let's see. Get post. Add post. So Praveen, I think we're running into that issue that we were talking about, or that you mentioned.
Yep.
Let me just read the error first.
I
Let's see.
saw that coming.
Yeah, but it's one of these. I just can't remember which one it was. All right, so let's try with create at the top here. So I'll do add post. That's why. I was supposed to do add. All right, here we go. So get method is not allowed. Go ahead and send some data. So if we look at the request here that we're sending, we're going to send the user, or the user is already going to be there, and then we're just going to get the body data. So let's try this. Okay,
Did you just roasted me on the mumble part?
I do?
Yeah, where I lost you, like that the part where your voice glitched.
Oh, I don't remember anymore, man. New post. Oh shoot, what I do? So new post from the API. And at this point, that's all we're going to send. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy that. Send it. Post was added. Perfect. Okay, so it wasn't added yet. That's just a response. But if I look at the print statement, we're going to see the body. There we go. So now let's actually add that to the database. So we'll do post, body. There we go. And I guess I could just return the post. So I want to see the post that I created. It's true or false. Let's just do this. We'll do post was added, so we'll just send a message. We'll actually send data, which will be the post. Okay.
Post is equal to.
Yeah, so we want to set that. So we'll do post. We get the post. We serialize it. Then we return it. Now let's try doing this again. Postman. I'm just going to use the Django interface. This is what I love about the Django REST framework, by the way. The fact that they give us this. Okay. Body. So I post it. Got an unexpected user.
Check out the post.
Owner.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
that's what it was. I did make a. What the heck did I do? Look at this, Praveen.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Okay.
Yeah.
I must have just randomly clicked something. Okay, so we're getting the data. We get the user. This is owner. Let's save it.
You forget the equal to.
This is equal to. Let's try that again. Okay, 2x. Just so we know it was a different one. All right, there we go. Post type. What's the post type? Why do we have two defaults? Oh, I see why, because we need to get the specific value. I see. We'll fix that later. But now we see the post, and then if I go back to all posts, here we go. Praveen was here, so let's go ahead and work on put request now. So I want to be able to update the post. Put request. Praveen, you want to explain the difference between a post and put request? Anyone wants to know?
Yeah, so whenever we want to put something in the database, so we will use the post request, and if we want to edit something in the database, then we can use put request, and we can also, there is also option for patch that can be also used for editing anything from the database.
Is there a specific reason why you wouldn't use post over put? You know the logic behind that?
No, I don't know.
So there's a whole technical breakdown of it that I'm going to get wrong, but essentially if you're posting, it's meant to create an item, not update an item. So that means, like, imagine if you sent like multiple post requests. If you send multiple put requests, it's going to ensure that there's not going to be duplicates. It's not going to break anything, where a post request would do it. So that's where when you're editing something, you're trying to, it pretty much creates these validations and checks to make sure that somehow when that request gets sent, it doesn't break that. Cody, maybe you know that explanation. That's like my understanding of it, is that it's literally something about making multiple requests to ensure that it doesn't screw something up.
Yeah, I think you got it right. I mean, a post is like the record shouldn't already exist, so you post to it to create that brand new record. And then I think if you try to post again, the backend will throw in errors saying that, hey, like this already exists.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And then patch and put are just updating, but patch is more specific. If you just not update a single field in your model, usually you use patch. Put usually requires the entire data model to be sent across the wire, and it just updates it in place.
Yeah, that's correct.
Never used patch before. Never found a need, I guess. So
There is
that's it.
also an option for options request. Do you know about that?
Options, yeah, I know about it, but I've never used it. I've only used post, get, put, delete, and I think that's it. Never...
I think that one is for validation, that what type of data we want to send, like in the options request. I might be wrong.
Let's see if update works now. always really surprised on how popular these or how well these live streams do. I've literally had people watch. Remember that 12-hour stream, Cody? I've had people watch that 12-hour stream and build that entire project and like send it over to me. I'm like, that's insane. Like there's so much like banter like this where we're just like not even coding. Like I have a hard enough time watching a long tutorial that's like 2 hours long, let alone a 12-hour stream that had a bunch of fluff and errors in between. Like some people are committed.
That's dedication.
Yeah, for sure. So that's where because originally I was like, oh, I'll just do these and not post them after and just, you know, have fun with it. And then people started watching them. I'm like, this is kind of cool. Like I have fun doing it and people actually gain value from it.
In this time of TikTok, people just want results in 15 seconds.
Yeah, TikTok world.
Yeah.
Edit post. We're going to create the URL for it. Post, edit. And we want to know what post we're editing. So this isn't too restful. We're breaking some rules here, but whatever. We'll just do this. So post, edit, and then the URL. So post, edit, or the ID. So let's see. We'll edit the first one. So we'll get the post. And I think I'm just going to send new data. So I'm not returning anything. So let's just do this. We're going to edit the post with the ID of 1. And at this point, if I just do, every time I click tab, it throws me off. Body, and we'll just say this post was updated.
Somebody in the chat saying why Cody looks too serious on the webcam.
Cody's always serious.
It's just my resting face. I don't want to get wrinkles, so you know I just frown.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I go back to post now, so it looks like it was working. So now the first post right here, this post was updated. It looks like it's all working. Cool. All right, deleting a post, that's gonna be easy. So we'll just do CRUD for deleting. I think I'm gonna go to features, so I'll just finish up this crap, and then we'll. I'm gonna start adding in some features. Like I think that's a little bit more fun, and then we'll do this in other streams. Delete post. But Cody, you know the context to all this, right?
Yeah, I tuned in for like the last stream for a little bit, so I think I kind of have a high-level overview of what you're building and the purpose of it.
Yeah, we literally started it from scratch. I just got the idea. Like we purposely didn't think about it really. I just like thought of some features like just to start with, but we didn't like have any design in mind. Like I only did that on a road trip on my way to Las Vegas. Like just kind of thought of some ideas, but I wanted to like truly make this live. Like almost no prep work done, I guess. Let's see. So I guess there's a way to do owner validation, Praveen. I just realized we should throw that in. So right now I want to make sure just not anybody can do this. I've done this with class-based views. I'm trying to remember. If you can remember right now, let me know. Send me the code.
If request.user is equal to post.owner.
Oh, that's right. So you're saying just write a condition right here?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's ugly. I guess what I could do is I can create a decorator for this and just put in that decorator, or I can just do class-based views for this, but let's just do this. We'll do if user is equal to, let's grab this here. I want to make sure that, that's with it. So if user, JavaScript stuff right here, do triple equals. If user is equal to post.owner, then we can do this.
So the is keyword, is that something in Python? Like when do you use if user is post.owner? Is that like a strict equality versus like something else?
I've never used is. I don't think I've used not. So like you can do not in, I believe. I'm trying to remember. I haven't done that in a while.
I have used is.
Let's look that up. Python is keyword. X is Y. Yeah, I guess let's try that. Let's give it a shot. So we'll do if user is. That's funny. I've never used that. Wow, it's kind of cool. And then we'll just do return response, and we'll just say the hell out.
So
Yeah,
what
the site's saying this.
double equal to what double equal to do is check for like value equality on both of the operands, and what is operator do is the both operands are referring to same object or not. Like it can be something to memory stuff, I think.
So what do you think is more valid here? So all the values are the same, and at the same time you want to make sure it's the same instance. So it seems like is actually more accurate.
I don't think so. A double equal to will make more sense here.
Okay.
So like when we are doing something like comparing to null values, then null is the same object in Python. So we don't need equal to, but so let's say if we are fetching some posts, fetching a single post, and we can do if post is not none, then we can return the post.
Gotcha. All right, so it's API post edit, and I want to try to edit a post here. Post edit. What am I doing here?
Your server might isn't running, I guess.
Yeah, let's check that out. Post equal line 55 on views, I think. Oh, I started this view, but I didn't complete it. Yeah, I guess this is where Postman would be better to save those values, and I'll probably switch to that. Let's just do this, post, edit to. So right now, this is a different user's post. I'm logged in as Dennis, and I think this is Tadas's post. So let's just do body, and then we'll try sending that. There we go. So we're not here.
Yep.
And if I try to do that again, but I want to edit my own post, we'll just do body. We'll just say this is Dennis. And this should work because I am the owner of this post. Oh, I forgot to change the ID. Here, let's just update this. So the post with the ID of 1 is my post.
What we can do is on edit method, we can also add the get method, allow the get method, and we can also return the
But if they even try to do this, right? Basically stop them before they actually send the post data or put data? Is that what you're saying?
Like just like sending the post data on the like initial request. Like we have only
One
put
view
method
for
allowed
that.
there. Yeah, we
Okay,
can use multiple methods in.
Yeah, I get that. That's true. Yeah, we'll split that up later. We'll work on details. So let's get delete, and then we'll go for some features. We'll make this. We'll focus on something more fun.
That's just code optimization. We'll do that later.
Yeah, exactly. Focusing on best practices or too many details early on. The concept done. And I want to get some front end integration into this, and we'll deal with it. Post.
Who's gonna do the front end, by the way?
Probably me. I'm not sure. Nobody wants to help. I don't know.
Yeah, I will definitely love to.
You want to help?
Yeah.
You know React well?
Yeah, dude, I'm working from last 6 months in React.
All right, let's do it. Go ahead and we'll set that up. We'll do some live share then. So, you know what's funny? I need to get updated on React 18. So I need to first do that.
I'm updated.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just do user. Let's get the user here real quick. So if we're a user, we'll go ahead and we'll say post deleted. And
Have you tried GraphQL?
once, but not like effectively to say I know it. It felt like too much overhead. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I try not learning a bunch of stuff that's just like layers on layers of stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like everything I use works fine. So unless I find a reason to use it, I won't. What would you say is the advantage to it?
Like single endpoint, but for everything.
I haven't really
So
used
like they
GraphQL, but I just know that the browser has a lot of built-in methods for caching your requests, and GraphQL, like you have to kind of change that paradigm from what I understand, right?
Can GraphQL be used for caching as well?
I'm not too sure. I mean, I have to look more into it. I just know that when you make like a typical GET request or POST request, you can have the browser just cache your request by default when you use just typical REST APIs. Someone in
Gotcha.
Intel could probably tell us, but I haven't used GraphQL other than making a tutorial video once on it.
Gotcha.
Boom, deleted the post. All right, so that's all working. Let's see where Shubhal's at. Let's see out the design. Hey, there we go. Got some squares going there. That's looking nice. See what I mean? The Shubhal touch.
He's putting you on shame.
He's making me look good. Because then I can say I did this.
Yeah, you
I
can.
can edit the stream and cut this out. All right. So we've got job openings, post, peers. All right. I think the next thing might be to design the user profile. Would you want to code today, Praveen? How late is it there?
It is 2:23 a.m.
You're not feeling like starting the front end? I mean, I'll probably start it and then hand it over. I feel like it'd be.
I can start there.
I figured if it's my live stream, I should at least start it, so that way it's not like, oh, I'll just give it to someone else during my stream and then. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Praveen, let me throw your YouTube channel in the description while I'm taking a quick break here.
Sure.
Here, let's just do. What is it now? What's the name?
Load full stack.
Lord Full Stack.
The search for Praveen, it will be there.
Cool. So here is Praveen's YouTube channel. I'm gonna throw this in the description. By the way, I'm pretty sure you can get a custom channel username. I think you can do that.
Yeah, I did that. Don't know why it is not showing up here.
Actually, if I link this up right now, I think it might mess up the stream. So just make sure. I'll add it later. I'll add it after the stream.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
what?
I'll add the link later after the stream because I might mess up the stream if I start adding it right now. Okay, I need to take a little mental break. I think I want to start designing the profile. Let's see the chat. Why not add infinite scroll instead of pagination? Yeah. Well, technically, when you're doing infinite scrolling, you would add pagination, right? Like, to my understanding, it'd be paginated, but infinite scrolling would. Let me think about this.
It's just still a pagination, and it is just automatic, not manual.
Yeah, just
automatic pagination.
You just change the front end. Shubhal says, I think I'm done. Yeah, Shubhal, that looks awesome. That's sick.
Great work, Shubhal.
See, I designed something like this, and then I hand it over to him, and this is what it turns into. Look at that beauty. That's amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, let me try to update the thumbnail without breaking it. I'm going to take a screenshot here real quick. I want to update the thumbnail to this. Let me do the snipping tool. See, actually, for some reason, it keeps giving me the controls for StreamYards. I'll give it a second so I can. There we go. That looks better.
Shu is going to sleep.
It's crashing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's up?
Did I miss anything in the chat? Let's jump in there for a second. Oh, it looks like it's not too active. Here, if I can edit it and it works from here, I'll throw your link in the chat. I just want to do a little bit more. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end it with a design of the profile page. Let's work on that, and then we can move on from there. I'll end it, and then we'll do this in another stream. So today I just wanted to work on the API, the home design. Oh, static files. Let's do that actually. Let's maybe do that right now before we move on.
Yep.
So right now, like these images aren't working. Like if I actually go into the API, they're not uploading anywhere. So I want to make sure that that's all configured. And I might need to look at my old repos for that. All right, I'm going to take your link right now. So if you refresh the stream, anybody that wants to follow Praveen, go ahead and check the description in a second. All right, thumbnail was updated and link was added. Or it's still saying
Shu wants to jump on the live stream.
You want to join the live stream?
Yeah.
Next, I want to jump on live stream to troll Dennis. I don't think he means like live with us.
Mm.
You want to join, Shiva? Let us know. It sounds like he's going to sleep. I'll add you. All right, cool.
Yeah, he can be here for. He'll be going to sleep, but we can have him for 2 minutes at least.
If he wants to, yeah. I'll tell him to send me a message. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's work on static files. So if I go to profiles, we are not, or even companies, we don't get any images here. So let's go back here, go to port 8000, and we're just going to do API. Actually, here, let me update the routes here because we've added a few. Let's go into views. So we have API users, and then we have users. We'll do user like that, and that's going to be users, and then primary key. Oh no, that's going to be username. Username, and then we'll do post. Just so people can actually see the paths here.
I guess you can use Figma for designing a website.
Come to the comment.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do post, then add.
Shu is the guy you should ask to.
We'll do primary key. So we have a post object, and then we have post, add, update, and delete. So we'll do post, add, post, update, post, delete. And then the routes go API, post, then we'll do add, /PK, then post, edit, and post, delete. Cool. It's not all the routes. We actually have some more, but I don't want to focus on all the details here. So if I refresh that, now we get some more routes here. Yeah, let's work on those. So we'll go into companies here. So API / we'll go into users. So here we have a user avatar, which is null. So we need to fix that. And we might need to set some default values here too.
Default picture.
Actually, we'll do that to companies. We'll do companies.
Yeah, we can use Flutter in the front end to make Android and iOS apps, and Django in the back end.
Praveen, are you able to show the comments? Like, click on them to display them?
No,
No, it doesn't
I
need that
can't.
permission. Okay, if
You need to allow me that permission.
Oh, really? If you can click on them, and once I give you that permission, if I can figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
How do I do that? Do you know?
No idea.
Okay, no worries. If you can, just read the comment. when you're doing that, so that way if anyone's watching it, they can see what you're responding to, because when they're watching the stream after, they might not see what you're referring to.
Okay, I need to log in with the StreamYard account.
No, you can just read it. You don't have to display it. I mean, I don't want to focus on that right now. All right, so for the company model, we're going to have logo. That's going to be image field. So what we need to do is first create our static files and then upload to that. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll configure the static files, create a new folder. I don't want that in Coddles. I want that out here.
So the chat says no, Flutter is only for mobile apps. But I think Flutter have released their
No, this Flutter
extension
web.
for web also.
Yeah.
I think you can create web apps with the help of Flutter as well.
We're just going to create the static files for the CSS and JavaScript files along with images. And let's go ahead and do this. So at this point, we're going to create another folder for, let's see, avatars. We'll do logos. So that's going to be the images folder. And then we need to connect the static files. So let me close all these out. Man, I'm getting really hungry. I don't know how much longer I can stream now.
Go get some avocados.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can remember static files off the top of my head. So static URL. First, we need to set the static files directory. So we need to basically let Django know where to find the static files. Well, they're all going to be in the static folder. So we can do static files _dirs, so directories. That's going to be a list, and then we can just do base directory /static. I think that should point to it. And then we'll do static root. Let's see. Okay, so static. Let's see. I'm gonna remember. So static root is when you run collect static. I need media root right now.
You need static URL.
I already got static.
Yeah, that done. Then you need to set media URL.
So I need media root and media URL.
Media URL. There is also option for media root, and that you will have to join the path of the current file and the folder that you are gonna add.
Yeah, so media root tells me where I'm uploading files to. So user uploaded content, I believe.
Yeah.
If I can remember this, is going to tell me where to upload specific files. So we're just going to go to images. And I can still specify this later. So I think I can leave it like that.
You will have to do with the join path.
Oh, with base directory?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going into the base directory, and then we're going to images.
Not like this. Check out the private message, private chat.
I don't think I need to do that. I think I can. Hold on, let me check something. I feel like that might be. I think it works, Praveen, but there might be a different way to do it. Let me see this. Hey man, I'm hungry. I have excuses for this right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna go down here. Let's see. Oh, you're right. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you join the paths. Base directory. Yeah, we point that to static. For some reason, I thought you could just do base dir and then throw that in. So you got media root that goes into static files, images, and then static root. Yeah, I don't need static root right now. We're not going to worry about that. So we'll just take media root, and I guess I'll just put that under static files directories for now.
For that, you will have to import OS.
Yeah, that's true.
Else you can use the code that I sent, path or join path, without using OS.
I'm just going to import OS. I don't know why Django got rid of that, actually. because there's other ways, or there's other cases where you need the OS module. So I don't like that they got rid of it. But that's just me. I'm sure they're a lot smarter than me. Okay, and then we got the media URL. We're just gonna throw that in right here. Okay, let's check this out. So if I go into the user model or the profile or the company model, I need the file to upload to, or the image to upload to, let's see. I think we're already in the static folder, so I just need to go into logos, I think, like that. Let me just double check the source code so I don't have to go in and start reading about this. Let's see, upload to default, yeah. So I'm going into that file, I think. Let's give it a shot right now. Is that what I called it? Logos? Yeah, logos. Okay. And then default, I probably should add a default image, but I'll change that later. I'll just create some kind of like random logo, like one of those placeholder things. And it looks like I have an error. Upload to arguments must be relative, remove the absolute. Remove the leading
You will have
slash.
to import, remove the slash.
Yeah. Let's see, we'll do Agora, choose file, Agora logo, save,
SVG
upload valid image. All right, let's just, here, let's just do this. We'll go to Agora and I'm gonna screenshot or do and make it a PNG. I believe the snipping tool will do for me. Or I think I'll make it a PNG. Okay, let's put that on my desktop. We'll just do Agora logo. All right, so let's see where we added that. So now it's in images and in logos. And then if I go into the API right now, if I make that request, now I see the URL right here. So it's images / logo. Let's see, why is it? Trying to figure out why.
Yeah, I know. You need
What's
to update the root URLs. You need to import static and settings there.
Static URL, so images or media URL, right?
Yeah. Want me to send the code?
Yeah, sure. So if I do logos here, that's going to exclude a lot. I think I can do that in here in static files, directories, right?
Yeah.
Here, you send it in the private chat.
Yeah. Import these and the last code append at the last.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. The URLs. Yeah, so we're gonna go into our root directories URLs file, and I need to import. Yeah, I'll just use what you sent over because I have that already in my project. So I'm just gonna grab that from the. I'm gonna grab it from the repo. I completely forgot about that. It's been a while since I've configured the static files. So I need settings. I need static. Bring that in. Space here. Real developers copy and paste.
Yeah, that's what we all do all the time.
Okay. Let's try this out. I'm not sure it's going to solve my issue, though. Is it? Oh, it did. There we go.
Oh.
So there we go. Now we have the Agora logo imported, and that's it. So now I can actually render that in the front end. Awesome. I think I'm done. I was going to work on that profile page, but I think I'm done for today.
Yeah,
I'm
that's totally fine.
Here. Yeah. Cody, thanks for joining. Praveen. Oh, you got a filtered background. I was gonna say, Praveen, your background changed.
Yeah, green screen.
Yeah, I gotta make this. I gotta change the setup here. I'm like in this tiny space, fix the lighting and everything like that. Get myself a new desk, kind of crammed into a little corner here. But yeah, I think that's it, man. We'll continue with part 3, and in the next part, I think what we're gonna do is design the profile picture and probably start with some kind of front end stuff, integrating this API, making things work.
Yeah,
Well, you guys
we
got
can do.
anything to say? Any last words?
No, just enjoy the stream. Thanks for having me on the stream.
Yeah, ditto. Thanks for sending me the invite, Lee.
Of course. Make sure to check out Praveen's channel and Cody's channel. Actually, I forgot to add yours. I'll make sure to add you in the video description. Are you still posting stuff pretty actively? Or are you kind of like having fun with it and not trying to make it a business?
That's right. No, I'm not trying to make a business. It's more of like make a video every week or something just to stay relevant. Help some people in Discord learn some stuff.
Yeah, I got to join you for your Saturday streams or have you on my channel for that. I like your Saturday streams or your like JavaScript tips stuff. Some cool stuff. You do a lot of.
Yeah, I need to do that again.
information.
I haven't done that in months, but I think people really enjoy those and learn a lot about the lower level JavaScript stuff.
For sure. All right, cool. Take care. We'll end the stream here.
Okay. Bye.